Hello, good evening. Welcome to the middle of the week. I hope you're making it through all right. As for me, I'm doing all right for the most part. I think there's like maybe a slight part of my body that's like a little achy, but it's kind of it. It's like one of those things that just seems to pop up randomly, right? Like I'll just like sit up and suddenly like part of my body's like, oh, okay. Right, and I just have to be careful about that for the next few days as I recover. I don't know. It hasn't gotten anything like too bad just yet, so other than that, I was thinking about getting a like delivery, right? Just because I haven't done that in a while. I was like, I was looking at some offers, but unfortunately, it seems like unlimited time offers that were actually worth something were like not available where I was, right? It was weird because they give me the email. It's like, yeah, click here to redeem the thing, and then I go in and it goes, yeah, we can't actually give this to you because whatever restaurant you've selected can't do that. I was like, all right, whatever. Probably for the better anyway, because I cooked a bunch of bacon to make BLTs, so I just made one tonight. Had the BLT. It was good. I like BLTs. I think about it. Might actually be one of my favorite sandwiches. Like, probably up there with like grilled cheese, peanut butter and banana. Right? It's like all pretty good stuff. Yeah. Okay. That was a lot of ramble. Hey, happy Thursday! Hello, Molecular Shadow Fox. Yes, very happy Thursday to you. I hope you are doing well. It's good to see you as always. That's a mood. A lot of companies won't deliver food to my area either. Yeah. For me, it's like a toss-up, right? It's like certain restaurants seem to do just fine, and other ones are like, nope. Or they'll deliver just fine, but there will be certain offers for like some reason they can't get, right? It's like, I don't know. It's usually for like menu items that you would expect in like any restaurant, right? It's like the most basic stuff, right? Like, think like, you know, your basic hamburger or cold cut sub or, you know, pepperoni pizza, stuff like that. But I don't know. I'm not sure what the logistical issues behind it are, but it kind of sucks, right? It sucks when you get the thing that's like, hey, get this thing, and then you go to the website, it's like, no, wait, you can't actually get this thing. God dang it. Dang it. Geographical restrictions, BS. Yeah, it sucks. It sucks sometimes, right? Especially when it feels like you're like just outside of the deliverable zone, right? You're not able to get a thing, but like your neighbor, like maybe 3 houses down, is like, yeah, I can totally get this thing, right? I know I had to draw the line somewhere, but sometimes it just sucks when you're like right at the border of it, yeah? Well, much like on the subject of like close to the end of things, we might be close to the end of like at least our current Tokyo Xtreme Racer journey here, right? Got what, 2 more bosses to beat, and I guess they're still Cinderella past midnight. As I said, I did take some time off stream to go do a bunch of races and get a car, right? Get a car that I read was like probably the one that will give you a bit more of an edge in races. So as you might see, I have a Mazda RX-8 Type S now. Just went and grinded that out, and a bunch of new parts for it too, so it's all tricked out and ready to go, and yeah. Hopefully we'll be able to get through these final few battles, right? And if we do get through those, then we can maybe just like race for a bit, right? It can just turn this into a chat stream while I go make some more money in the background, right? Icing on the cake is we went ahead and added some cookies to your cart. I'm like, wait, not part of the plan? That sounds like it could backfire too, right? Because like you don't know about the dietary or allergy restrictions of the other person, right? And you inevitably put in something like a cookie with like nuts in it or something. The person happens to be allergic to nuts, and it's like, oh no, order ruined. Oh man. Yeah, it sucks. Oh, hello, Mealheart. Good to see you. I have the fun of being one of three of the same numbered houses flats on the street. Sometimes my food gets delivered to the wrong place, and of course they accept it anyway. I have to phone up and wait to get a new one. What the fuck? Yeah, oh, okay, that's on a whole other level of suckiness. Damn. I've read stories about people getting their stuff delivered to the wrong house, right? You know, it's just like waiting for their order, call up like an hour later, hey, where's my stuff? Oh, I delivered it already, right? I delivered it to this address. No, right? It's like, you know, 42 East Street. And it's like, no, I'm on 42 West Street. Like, well, sucks to suck, I guess. And yeah, that sucks. I've had a few cases where I get a delivery order and like, I don't know, some item or the other is missing, which means I gotta go through customer service and all that to kind of, you know, see what they can do about it. And thankfully, they tend to be on top of things, right? They're just like, okay, we'll refund that bit, or we'll give you some extra points for your or you know, a voucher that you can use for your next meal. I'm like, all right, sure. That's how they get me coming back, but it's better than nothing, I suppose. Swear, other orders go in one ear and out the other when you call them. It happens with online orders too sometimes. I feel like there's like certain sites where I'll try to enter in my address, and for some reason I see this other address pop up. I'm like, no, that's not my address. Right? Sometimes I don't catch it until like after I confirm the delivery, so I have to like text the deliverer real quick and go, by the way, my address is actually here. Sorry for the mix-up. Website blows sometimes. How's the game, by the way? Game is great, yeah. Tokyo Xtreme Racer has been wonderful so far, mostly because it's very, very old school, right? It's very it kind of keeps the foundations of the game intact, right? It's all about kind of driving down the highway, battling rivals, and it's what you do in this game, right? And oh, thank you so much for the Prime, Emil Hart. Appreciate it. But yeah, also it's very single player, very offline, right? You don't need to connect to a server or anything. You just to start this game up, you can start driving, and imagine a lot of folks will enjoy that aspect of things, right? Especially since most games these days are very much just like they got the online element to it, right? You got some sort of social element to it, and yeah, I'm fine with it, but I know a lot of people aren't. So if you're not into those kinds of things, this game is probably right up your alley. Luckily, I'm just up the road from a Chippy, so if I need some good eats, it's like a 5-minute walk. It's good to have some eateries nearby. Within walking distance is even better, too. I kind of like that, too, right? I got several restaurants I can pick from. It doesn't quite take me 5 minutes to get there, but I can... It doesn't take me forever to walk there, either, so it works out. Right, sometimes I get pickup, right? If the restaurant's close enough, I'll just, like, order online, get pickup. Works pretty well. Watch Gura play this one. It seems like a bit of a niche title. Yeah, it can be, right? It's definitely like a more focused set of cars. You know, it's not focus on a kind of a different scene of racing that might not be as commonly seen, and it is the next game in like a very, very old series, and once again, very decidedly old school, so they know who they're going for, right? And it seems like everyone who's picked it up is very satisfied by it. Like, if you at least according to the Steam reviews, right? I'm not sure if it's still overwhelmingly positive, but it's definitely it's it's rated very high, so they're doing something right. Yeah. I know some folk are like, meh, it's a bit samey after a while. I could see that, right? This game is very much the loop of race rivals, and you're racing on this one map the whole time, and there are only a few roads to go down. So I think like the thing I'm really into is like all the rivals just have different bios and names and backgrounds and cars and liveries and everything. So that part kind of appeals to me, right? And yeah, it's true. It is early access, so there's bound to be more content, right? One way or another. They said this was like one half of the story in there so far, so we'll see, right? We'll see. We're surrounded by fast food places, Mackey's, Subway, Papa John's, Chinese, and is that Caprino's Pizza Place. Ah, got your pick. Wow, a variety of food. Very nice. Okay, that's a lot of chatting. Actually, we can probably just like jump in here, right? We'll enter the course because we have 2 rivals, at least on this current objective list, right? Gotta find Iron Old Man and Shua Shua Strong. So let's go after Strong here first, right? Ah, you're down there. Okay. And we shall enter. 3 Subways, 2 Mackies, 4 KFCs, Pizza Hut, and a shed load of Chippies and barbecue places. Oh. Certainly got a lot done. Yeah, I kind of like... That's what I do with like most games, right? I usually am very, very thorough with them. I don't know, I like the kind of person who likes to kind of tick off every box on a checklist. That's why open world games are like very dangerous for me. Because I'm the type of person who gets distracted by a collectible or a side dungeon or some sort of side quest. And, 3 hours later, I'm like, ah, yes, I got a lot of stuff done, and main quest still hasn't gotten through another step. Enough Italian places to sink a ship with. Oh. Wow. Well, certainly wasn't expecting to ramp off a car tonight, but here we go. By the way, is the trusty Sylvia in storage? Yes, it is. I'm currently using using this Mazda RX-8, which people have said is the one to go for. I think challenging this boss in a straightaway might not be the best idea, but if we can get him closer to a corner, then may as well, right? Nice air, I know, right? Certainly wasn't expecting to do that. I don't know, the physics in this game are fun sometimes. There was another night where I got, like, rear-ended by another rival, and they kind of sent me flying a little bit. It was great. Oh yeah, that wasn't happening. I just needed to get them closer. Right? Just needed to get them closer, so we're just gonna tailgate a little bit, right? Gonna take a casual drive down through this bridge here. It's a nice bridge. Bridges, they're fun and they're scary at the same time. On one hand, you do get a nice view. On the other hand, it's like, oh no, what if the bridge breaks down? Like, you hope it won't, but it might, right? Oh, what a way to start the night with a big air time. I know, right? We gotta start strong. So fast, right? You're just losing me. Okay, is this close enough? No, we can get a little closer, I think, right? Try a little closer. Okay, let's do it now. Oh, man. I also gotta remember, 1 bar of nitro. Man, it's taken me everything I got to just not have this guy completely lose me. There it is! The turn! The turn attack! All I gotta do is, like, not screw up. Oh my god. Oh my god! I think we did it! And that's gonna be a night automatic ender right there, right? Because I defeated the boss. Yep, there it is. Oh, wait. No, was it? Okay? Huh. Sorry, I'm gonna check this map real quick. Oh, right, I still have every little bit warrior. Yeah, okay. Ah, they're all the way up there. Jeez, okay. Well, I guess we'll go after Iron Old Man, then. They're quite a ways away, though. I could just stop by a parking garage and refill my nitro. We'll do that. Well, welcome back from ads. Or Ripple like that old video of that bridge in that storm. Oh my god. If a bridge started shaking and I was on it, I'd probably be like freaking the heck out. Like, oh my god. Alright, if it's like a bridge that has like graded bottoms or something, I'd like make absolute sure to not look down. I don't know, for some reason, just me looking down, right, looking straight down while I'm standing on something, just, I don't know, it triggers my flight reflex like something super fierce. Oh yeah, going 250 kilometers per hour. It's like really fast, right? I think that's like somewhere around the ballpark of... Oh, well, it's over 100 miles per hour, that's for sure. I'm not quite sure what the conversion formula is for kilometers to miles per hour, but it's quite fast. 155 miles per hour. You know, I was thinking it was around that range. Thanks for checking that. I will say this game's got a good sense of speed, though, right? Certainly feels reasonably fast at this speed, right? Feels like you're kind of barely in control here. In fact, I even find myself running into the wall a few times. Yeah. Wow. More sense of speed than the likes of Forza or GT. Get more of a sense of control, too. I know I said earlier that it feels like you're just barely in control, but you still feel like you're kind of able to influence things. You know, you have more than a split second to kind of get around cars. Oh, speaking of speed, I saw that Nintendo announced a Direct for tomorrow. Just like out of the blue, they're like, "Hey, yeah, we're just gonna give you a Nintendo Direct," and I think a lot of people were thinking, "Yeah, it's gonna be like a Switch One last hurrah, right? One last batch of games for the Switch before they go all in on the Switch 2 on April 2nd." I can absolutely see that happening. Yeah. You were literally about to bring that up? Yeah. Exciting times. Does make me wonder what they would have in store, right? I just want to know, like, what game are they going to shadow drop, right? Because it seems like every Direct, they always have that one game that are like, and you can get it. It's available starting today, right? You can download it now. This makes me wonder which game would be like that, right? Oh, real quick, let's see. I wanna. I think I wanna. Oh wait, no. I think this was the right way, right? Yeah, this is the weird one where the exits kind of flip, right? They're not visually intuitive, but alright, we're good. You're gonna stream it. Maybe I'll show up and partake. Zelda fans literally hoping for Wind Waker and Twilight Princess HD, also Silk Song. Yeah, a lot of people hoping for Silk Song. Seems like every Nintendo Direct we got people busting out the Silk Song memes. That being said, Silk Song had like a few other things happen to it, right? Like the Steam listing for it got updated a little bit, and of course there was the post from the team like not too long ago. So I guess if there's anything that would be like the Megaton Shadow Drop, it would be that, right? Like imagine if they said, "Yeah, here's Hollow Knight Silk Song. Also, you can download it starting today." That would probably break the sound barrier of the indie scene at least. And Wind Waker and Twilight Princess HD would also be very nice. Some of the HD games that are still trapped on the Wii U. Would make for a nice filler too, right? It's like while you're waiting for the Switch 2, here, play these Zelda games that you know love. Shit would be lost for sure. A lot of people would have that happen to them. Not much left stuck. There's Zelda's, Nintendo Land, and I guess NES Remix? I thought that game was like kind of fun, right? Always fun when they like do mashups of stuff, and pretty unique idea. But yeah, we had Xenoblade Chronicles X kind of escape the Wii U jail not too long ago, and everyone seems to greatly enjoy that, so at least that made it over just fine. I guess there's always like GBA games, but I have a feeling adding like a oh, you never know, right? I guess we'll see, right? We'll see what Nintendo has up their sleeve, and then everyone will probably be excited either way, you know? It'll be a good time. I'm sure it'll be a good time. Okay, that's Wind in the Pulley. You're not the Iron Man. Sorry, I gotta keep on checking, right? Just to make sure I'm going the right way here. Man, I would be chasing this guy down for a while. But it's fine, right? We're at the point where we kind of have to pick and choose our battles. Crazy to think, we went from cartridges to CDs, DVDs, and Blu-rays, and now Nintendo have gone back to carts. It's kind of funny to think about, but Nintendo was always like the company that was willing to like think of like creative solutions, at least, right? They weren't always the ones to chase after like the big tech. It seemed like they're more like, yes, we have an idea and we need to figure out what we can do to kind of realize that idea, right? It's like, yeah, you probably don't want CD tech for a hybrid console portable, so give them like a flash drive style memory. And you know, with the advancements made there, it's like, yeah, you can make some decently sized games, right? Even if you only have like what, 8, 16, 32 gigs to work with. You know, maybe some outside companies might not be able to kind of use that tech to the absolute best, but it seems like the teams they kind of put together at Nintendo are able to pull that off pretty well. And you do have some companies that are able to make these games that work on like the super high-end hardware just still run remarkably well on Switch, and Gotta imagine that takes a lot of technical wizardry, right? All the props there. PSP went an interesting way with the DVD cart hybrid. Oh yeah, yeah, like the what did they call them again? It was like a yeah, well, yeah, they were like CDs, but they were in a little plastic shell that you kind of slotted into the portable anyway. So still a lot of delicate parts running there, but it was very interesting. Yeah. Well, still remember. I guess something was up with my PSP, because I remember getting, like, 2 different copies of, like, Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep, and after a while, they stopped working. I pulled them out, and I noticed there was, like, a big gash in, like, the CD part of the Birth by Sleep disc, and I'm like, man, what's going on here? Right, I was trying everything, too, right? I was, like, trying not to press on the back, I was trying to keep the PSP level, but... yeah, it was weird. I guess that's not too much of an issue now that I can just get one of the Kingdom Hearts collections on Steam or like wherever else I want. Yeah. Wait, are you Iron Old Man coming up? Okay, we finally caught up to him. Oh yeah. This is gonna be something. What, is that your name, Kurogane Okina? It's like right on the side. An old Phantom 9 logo. Alright. Well, let's do it. Bring back those neat memory cards that the Dreamcast had with the LCD screens where you could play with chows online and stuff. Oh yeah, the VMUs! I remember that, and yeah, oh my god, fuck me. I thought I was gonna thread the needle, but nope. Ah, we were at a turn too! I could have totally eaten this old man's lunch, you know? I mean, I would make sure that old man hadn't eaten it first because, you know, but... Alright. Well, what's done is done. But it does look like I can at least get him on the straightaways. I think this guy isn't just gonna completely run away from me, so... I'm, like, slightly comfortable with, yeah, just expending my entire tank of nitro. Oh, wow, I'm actually getting ahead of him. Alright. This might not be too bad, actually. Alright. Got the green PSP in, but it broke after just under a year. Got the replacement, and it was the standard black. Was kind of sad. Ah, that sucks. Yeah, right. You get the special portable to kind of because it like it speaks to you, right? It's like your style. Okay. Oh, okay. This is an automatic enter because I guess we finished the other episode. All right, story time. Returning to the parking area, you found a familiar machine waiting for you. 2 of the Kurosaki brothers, the previously encountered Golden Hanya, and the opponent from the earlier battle, Iron Old Man. Golden Hanya. Even my older brother got taken down? We'll lose face with the Phantom 9 crew at this rate. But perhaps an opponent this formidable is something Phantom 9 should welcome. Crushing a strong enemy to prove one's strength, that's exactly the kind of thing Snake Eyes would relish. Masamichi, my older brother, why are you both so obsessed with someone like this? I mean, look, they're kicking your butt. That means they gotta be good, right? Gotta be good, you know? Hey, rookie, you got some potential, so let me give you a piece of advice. The Shuto Expressway is about to enter a time of turmoil. 4 years ago, back when Snake Eyes and Phantom 9 crushed countless teams. The Golden Age, as they might put it. This battle was just for fun. But if you plan to keep on racing ahead of us, be prepared for what's coming. The storm. Are you going to be the storm? You're the storm that's approaching. Provoking black clouds of isolation. Oh, wow. I was expecting... I was expecting, like, more, but... Alright. Hey, we did it, right? Only had to retry once each time, and then we got him the next time. Good going. Ow. I couldn't decide on the new title. Not enough race data. It's like, conclusion, inconclusive. Keep the title you have. Favorite color? I also lost my Vita carrying case a number of years ago. Lost my console and some game carts. What do I do with the empty cases now? Aw, damn. the one thing about portables, right? Yeah. It's easy to lose track of them sometimes, right? Usually it's like either you think it's like in a spot or like slipped out of your bag and you didn't notice and like, oh no. I remember losing like a Animal Crossing carrying pouch for my 3DS that way, right? I went to the Lost and Found a few times and asked like, did anyone bring it in, right? It was like it had Animal Crossing logo on it. It was like a small bag fit a 3DS. And they're like, sorry, no one brought anything in like that. So I just bought another one. It's not the same, but it will have to do. Okay. Let's go check out some bios. It's gonna be a quick one because there are 2 of them. We'll do Shua Strong first. Shua Strong. From salvaging parts from scrapped cars, he got into car tinkering and drove into the world of racing. His pride and joy is his beloved car, strengthened mainly in the power unit, favoring bold gas pedal work and overwhelming victory. On the other hand, the suspension remains unstable, making corners his weak point. He loves carbonated drinks, always carrying a 2-liter bottle, and his car's coloring reflects his favorite drink. Every little bit warrior worries about his health. I hope this guy isn't opening his bottle, like, right after he's done driving. Man. Also, I like how the driving style you saw, right? The saw in the game is kind of reflected in the bio too, because yeah, this guy is an absolute monster on a straightaway, but put him in a turn and it's like, that's your chance, right? It's like Akihiko just like suddenly shows up and I've been waiting for this, and you just go blast past him. So I guess Shua Strong is like a Coke analog, I'm guessing, because of the red and black. Like Coke Zero? Is that what that is? Or like Coke with coffee? I don't know. Hydrate. Thank you for that. Me, I'm just drinking water. It's just water tonight. Although I did have some Dr. Pepper earlier. I usually limit myself to like 1 can, 1 cup, right? After that, it's like water or juice. Yeah, it sucks that some people aren't honest in that regard. They see it as a free console. Yeah, it can be unfortunate. I feel like if I found a missing thing, right, no matter what it would be, I would just like try to find the nearest lost and found and go, hey, I found this thing. Yeah. Hopefully they'll be able to reunite it with the party, right? Even to the point where I'm like walking through a neighborhood, right? This was a while ago, and I just happened to find some keys by a sidewalk, right? I decided, you know what? You can't just leave them there, right? Because someone might need them. So I kind of took them with me, and then when I had like the next free period, I just took a walk to like the nearby police station to drop it off, and they were even like a little surprised, right? They were surprised that I showed them, like, hey, someone dropped some keys, right? They're like, hey, you know, you probably could have called us, right? Could have called us and we could have just like picked up the keys from there, but I didn't actually think of that, right? I was just thinking, this was like a minor thing, right? And just bring it to them, and then hopefully they'll be able to figure out who those keys belong to, so yeah. On the plus side, with him carrying those 2-liter bottles, he's good to go if he needs to pee while on the motorway. If the bottle is empty, right? If the bottle is empty. Also, Taisei Kai, demolition worker. Trying to think, like, what? A posture check, yeah. Should probably do that too. Whoop. Thank you for that. Yeah, I guess the adrenaline combined from like demolishing things and then the sugar rush you get from soda probably means this guy's like super hyperactive, huh? Alright, Iron Old Man. the eldest of the Kurosaki brothers. Having lost his parents at a young age and acted as a parent to his brothers, he tends to look older than his age. Although the brothers get along well, it's the eldest's fate to mediate when the two younger ones fight. It's the Kurosaki family style to settle disputes through battles. He excels in insight and spares no effort in gathering information, anticipating all situations. He sometimes tests the abilities of his battle opponents with blocking maneuvers and will easily discard those he deems unworthy. Man, this guy is like the perfect rival style character. Sheesh. Probably gonna head off now though, feeling really tired. Have a fun stream, Azure. Talk to you later. Alright, yeah. Have yourself a good sleep, Emil Hart. Thanks for hanging out, and thanks again for the Prime. See, Masakazu Kurosaki. Oh, you're a lawyer. Oh my goodness. Yeah, you've got like antagonists written all over you. Antagonists with a sympathetic backstory. I feel like if this were like a series, right, an anime manga series, this is the kind of guy who would have a pretty good fan base, you know? It's got like a promoted dad energy all over him, you know? Okay. Those were the bios. Surprised he doesn't have objection written on the side. It's like a finger pointing as well. Oh man, Phoenix Wright. Yeah, that would be a crazy thing to announce. It's like, hey, it's a new chapter in the Phoenix Wright saga in the next Switch Direct. Of course, that's just me, like, just completely conjecturing there, you know? Okay. Let's get back out there. Oh! Okay. So now Dark Tengu has popped up. But let's see if we can take on every little bit warrior, right? Yep. Gotta start there. Have to remember take the exit that takes us into the loop. Here we go. Hello, speaking of updates after a while. Remember last week when I said that Game Informer seemed to be teasing something, right after they got unceremoniously shut down like 7 months ago? It's exactly what people were thinking, right? They're back! Although, the degree to which they're back is like actually a bit surprising. Like, they just got like the entire archive back. All the staff has returned. And they've even like written some new stuff, right? Some of the games that came out in the interim. Oh no! Don't drive distracted, folks. But yeah, that and I mentioned the archive, right? The archive's back, and they've written some articles and everything. Is like, oh man, they're super back. I know some people had like some concerns because the people kind of helped them get back as a bit of a shady history, but I don't know. Game Informer says they're an independent publication, so hopefully they're back on their feet, right? Hopefully there's going to be no monkey's paw curling. This is nice though. It's like a happy ending all around, so hopefully they can keep it up. Alright, we're approaching a turn with every little bit warrior too, so probably no better time than now to challenge them. Oh yeah, you're the one with that Need for Speed-ass livery. Alright, I get one shot. Do not miss my chance to blow. This opportunity comes once in a lifetime. Oh! I almost... Ah! This guy just blasts past me. Even that one little hit was enough to give them room to catch up. Oh my god. Oh my god. I might actually have to play defense. Wait, no, I think I'm good. I think I'm good. My lead is building. Man, we're just knocking them out. Livery screams 90s. Certainly got that feel, right? It's got the very neon pastel-y look. Of course, it's an auto end because we did finish off one list, right? Oh, I'm gonna have to like move. All right. As you were checking your machine's condition at the parking area, two men called out to you. A large, muscular man who looks the part, Shua strong, and a quirky man with an artistic vibe, every little bit warrior. Despite their contrasting appearances, they seem quite friendly with each other. Ah, that's the kind of duo I like, right? The duo of contrast. The one whose, like, characteristics and abilities and everything just, like, complement each other so well. You know, it's like a fire and ice duo, or like a land and sky duo, or you know, sword and sorcerer, ranger and thief. You know, I like that. I like that kind of duo they got. Opposites attract and all that. Yeah, ain't that the truth? Hey, I think I can move back down here. Every little bit warrior. Hey, you're full throttle magician, right? Thanks for earlier. That was a great battle. As fellow fans of the Shuto Expressway, let's get along from here on. Yeah, I can do that. Ooh, got enough soda? Here's one for you on the house. Damn. So the guy just like has a whole trunk full of 2 liters? Well, I'll probably wait to open it, right? I'll just like go home, stick it in my fridge, wait for a few hours, and then open it, because, you know, just having soda spray everywhere ain't that fun, right? Ah, hello, Bryn, hold on. How are you doing tonight? Brother, you shouldn't drink so much soda. It's bad for you. Also, you're way too loud. Even the Eternal Polaris must have been startled. Wait, she's here? Where? Oh. Full Throttle Magician, someday you'll have to tell me why you started racing. These days, a lot of people are gathering on the Shuto Expressway to chase their dreams. I like listening to their stories. You know, it can be fun. Ever since I was a kid, I've loved motorsports. In the end, I'm working as a radio MC now, though. But still, I want to stay connected to the world of racing. That's why the Shuto Expressway is a place I've always admired. Hey, I've got this organization for you. It's called Horizon Festival. No, I'm kidding. While racing there, it feels like my dreams are coming true. Like I found the place where my true self belongs. Oh, that's a nice feeling, right? when you finally find the thing that clicks with you. Ooh, every little bit warrior. You're still overthinking everything too much. Race because you want to race. Drink because you want to drink. Nothing more, nothing less. Yeah, I mean, no. You're right, brother. I guess I got a bit carried away with my story. The new street racers who are beginning to gather on the Shuto Expressway. What is it that they seek, those yet unseen? What am I searching for? A lot of philosophy stuff here. Oh, wow, okay, so even though I only defeated one person tonight, this was apparently worthy of a title change suggestion. But I'm sticking with Magician. We're sticking with Magician. Good luck with that, because it's nasty when it goes flat like 2/3 down. That's true. That's why I try not to buy 2 liters that much anymore, right? Because I don't drink it fast enough for it to still remain fizzy. So, yeah, I usually get like a 1 liter or like just a 6-pack of small bottles, you know? Just got back from the grocery store. Stocking up on food for the next few weeks. I just did that too, so it's nice, right? It's nice to have a bunch of new, fresh food to eat, right? To have like some decisions on what you want to have for dinner again. It's great. Not the Horizon Festival. It's true. It can get you stuck there, especially if you go to the UK one, because that one's year-round. Oh, jeez. poor sods in the crowd at Horizon has been stuck there in limbo for over 3 years. Especially the ones at Australia. It's been... I think we're going on... Well, it's definitely been a long time for them. Goddamn. Alright, well, surprise, surprise, we actually have one more rival. But I forgot, we have to do the bio stuff, too. By that, I mean biographies, not, like, you know, the operating system BIOS. Also, there's a total lack of porta-johns at those festivals. Ah! You're so right. Oh, God. They gotta replace those regularly, right? Every little bit warrior. He has been steadily working towards making a name in motorsports since childhood, preferring battles that showcase his techniques such as cornering and passing other cars rather than power showdowns on straightaways. His car is tuned with a focus on suspension. He admires the He admires the driving style of Shua Shua Strong, which is completely opposite to his own, and looks up to him as an older brother. He enjoys drawing, and his car emblems are his creations. Receiving praise from Eternal Polaris made him very happy. Jeez! An opposite in every single way. And yeah, I noticed that every little bit warrior was better on curves. Well, you know, as good as computer players can get, but yeah. It's not like Shua Shua Strong where, you know, you approach a curve, suddenly this guy just, like, goes to an absolute standstill. Now, every little bit warriors can take them alright, you know? Is it Masaru Yamaguchi? And yes, you are a radio MC, as you said in that little story bit there. Yeah, that... It's a very, very graffiti, very street-looking livery they got there. It's giving me some serious Splatoon vibes, right? Like this logo here especially looks like the kind of thing you would see on like Splatoon somewhere, right? It's like either a clothing logo, it's like plastered on the wall somewhere, or something like that, right? Okay, that was the bio. Gonna go back over here. The circles of the pop art style, yeah. Because we have one surprise boss here, Dark Tengu. I like how they show us the red circle, but they don't have anything about a green circle. That's fine, I know where to depart to get close to him real quick, right? There's only like 2 more unknown slots in the boss section, so... Assuming that one of them is going to be Cinderella past midnight, this should be the last boss rival, right? By the way, did you see they've changed the UI on Discord? Oh, how can I not miss that? Twitter was like absolutely abuzz with that, with that news, right? They're all just like losing their minds. But yeah, I did. Oh, nuts. Wait. You're not. Also, what's with the purple aura? Ah, well. You're probably gonna kick my butt, so that's fine. I'm just racing you to pass time anyway, so it's all good. Not a fan of how those server icons are smaller. Yes, I did notice that, right? And they're also squares. I noticed that the text is like slightly smaller too. That being said, they do have options to kind of switch it up, right? You can change the font size, you can change the spacing, and you can also change the zoom level to an extent, so... I guess I can see where the complaints are coming from. Especially coming off the heels of them changing the mobile layout, which was its own can of worms of people kind of losing their minds over that. I'd admit, I opened up Discord on mobile and I didn't notice anything different. Then again, I don't use Discord on mobile a lot, so can't really say for sure. But yeah, I don't know. I've seen this cycle so many times before, right? Not just with Discord, but like other websites, right? Like various forums and Facebook, right? The interface change, everyone just like loses their shit for a month or so, and then just like back to business as usual. And then when the next UI change inevitably happens, and everyone kind of loses their shit again, so I'm just like, whatever, right? Just whatever. If it isn't rendered completely unusable, then I don't know. I'm not gonna kick up too much of a fuss over it. Hello there! Hello, Venom! It's good to see you. How are you doing tonight? So this is an auto night end? Yes, it is. Same, I tended to use more on PC more than on my phone. Granted, I will acknowledge my circumstance usually means that I can do PC stuff just fine, I imagine. Other people who might not be able to access their PC as often might use mobile a lot more, so they'd definitely be feeling changes a lot more than I would, so, you know. If it does end up being a net negative for them, then I get it, right? I get it. Okay. Walking around the parking area with his head down, emitting an odd aura, was the man you battled earlier, Dark Tengu. Dark Tengu was loitering suspiciously around parked machines that belonged to others, and the surrounding street racers seemed wary of him. He's like trying to look for a blind spot, right? It almost feels like it's like looking for something to lift here. Dark Tengu suddenly looked up and saw you. Immediately he turned pale and began shouting in a trembling voice. Oh no. What are they saying about me? Hey, you! How dare you have the nerve to beat me earlier? If I get kicked out of Phantom 9 because of you, what am I supposed to do? Damn it. If I'd known this would happen, I wouldn't have gone easy on you. I have so many ways to crush someone like you. I hope they're legit. And that's what I'll say. Got a problem? Let me teach you something useful. Only follow rules that help you win. That's what all street racers do. They don't care about methods. That's the essence of it. Right. It's like, the ones that give you a leg up, right? And the ones that don't try to skirt around them as much as you can. Right. Follow the letter of the rule and not the spirit of it, which can be annoying at times. There are those who are obsessed with sportsmanship and act all righteous, but if you ask me, they're ridiculous. Truly ridiculous. Right, you're a very pragmatic fella, I see. Is this your little laughing tick here? There are even people snooping around me, unhappy about something, but they're all so pathetic. Is Dark Tengu right? Is the essence of a street racer solely the pursuit of victory? Or is there another answer out there? The truth is out there. Good, and you? I'm doing pretty well myself. So in the middle of the weekend, it's been a good first half so far, right? So everything has been pretty smooth, no major bumps in the road. We're actually getting through these rivals more quickly than I thought we would. So that's pretty cool too. Oh, here we go. And now that we've done all the side objectives, they open up this for us, huh? A vivid yellow machine appeared before you once again. Stepping out was the street racer woman who had once welcomed you. Cinderella past midnight. Alright, the one who greeted me at the very start of the game. Good evening. It's a lovely night. You've become quite the accomplished street racer. I've heard so many people talking about you. It's been a long time since I've been this excited. Meeting someone like you makes me feel glad to be a street racer. I think you have something that attracts other street racers. That shining, burning passion of I want to race more. That's your sparkle. I'm sure that will be your right to reach legend status. Sorry, it took me a bit to parse that. My desire to race will be the thing that carries me to the top. I think that's what she means by that, right? Hey, do you remember what I told you? You've met so many street racers on this Shuto Expressway, haven't you? Not all of them were nice, were they? No, hell no. You battled with such people. What did you feel? Satisfaction that I totally kicked their asses? Yeah! Why do you race? Tell me the answer you found. This is a line someone says right before they start battling you. Damn. Right, it's like your mentor comes back to you after you've been adventuring the entire game. They're like, now, show me the answer that you've sought out for. He is a mood in some ways. I'm like that in a lot of ways. I play to win. Yeah, I kind of like that too, right? I usually am in it to win it. Sometimes that's a good thing, but other times it's like I just gotta remind myself. Sometimes I'm here for a good time, right? It's like I just here to hang out and have a good time with my friends, right? Winning is secondary in those cases, and you just gotta remember that, right? Better would be more precise. Learned last week that I was going to lose my job at the end of next week, so yeah. Oh man, I hate it when that happens. So at least, there's no at least to this. Losing your job just sucks. Well, I hope you'll be able to weather this storm, right? Hang in there. It's very end from Black and White. Why do you battle, right? Mysterious guy who just opposes you, yet feels like they're just trying to help you along, right? And their way of helping you is to test your strength and be another obstacle in your path, with the intent of making you stronger. All right. Let's move on back. I would assume Cinderella past midnight is gonna be showing up now on the field. Alright, let's go look at some bios, right? Oh, did I not read Melancholic Angel? Whoops. No, I read this, right? Did I go in here? Setsuko Kure. I feel like I have. Okay, well. Alright, red dot's out of the way now, at least. Dark Tengu. A man with a strange atmosphere, always lowering his eyes. His hobbies are watching anime and collecting Bishoujo figures, making him an indoor type, but his driving skills are top-notch. However, after being defeated by a certain racer who appeared 4 years ago, he feels pressured, believing he will be the first to be kicked out of the team. He is obsessed with winning by any means, resorting to dirty driving without hesitation. It is rumored that he has even tampered with his opponent's car, though the truth is uncertain. Well, certainly didn't tamper with my car, that's for sure. Oh boy. This guy is just paranoid. It's like one of those things where it's like, have you tried, like, perhaps talking, right? Just talk like, hey, how are things going, right? Is everything going all right? Although I know, like, Japanese culture is, like, different in certain ways, so maybe it's not that easy, you know? Maybe it's just not that easy. Kenichi Mayama, and yes. Oh, you're a dentist. Oh my. You know, it does explain why you lower your eyes, guys. You gotta really concentrate hard when you're cleaning other people's teeth, I imagine. Communication, people, yeah. Yeah, just talk it out, right? Sometimes it might be tough, but there might be a case or two where perhaps you don't want to do that, but it helps, right? It helps. Okay, I actually want to go to the perk garage, because if I remember correctly, yeah. There we go, yes. The final set of parts that we can get for now. You know what's really wild about this? You don't have enough BP to get everything in these trees, right? It's like you're gonna have to... You have to pick and choose, and if you're like a little careless with unlocking stuff, you might find yourself short in one way or another. Which makes me think there's got to be a way to either get more BP, or they're gonna have to do like another pass through this tree and maybe reduce the cost of some of these, because if you only got like so many total BP that you're gonna hand out throughout the entire game, that's gonna limit, like, the amount of perks that you can add, the amount of cars that you can add. how high your attack and defense can go up, you know, things like that. But we'll see, right? We'll see. Early access and everything, so there's plenty of room for them to kind of change things up if they need to. Yeah, maybe they'll fix it once it's a full game. You never know. Okay. So you have one more rival. At least I think we have one more rival, right? Cinderella past midnight. Yeah, there we go. Wow, it's not even part of an episode. No, Cinderella past midnight is just her own thing. Also, very appropriate logo too, right? It's like a pumpkin with a clock on it. Huh. Also, the name's a lot more symbolic than you might think. It's like, oh yeah, because you know Cinderella's big old ball gown kind of faded away at midnight. But no, this fella is past midnight, so she's keeping the magic alive. I'm guessing that's what that's supposed to mean anyway. All right, let's get out there. Let's encounter this rival and take her out. Strap in, because she's cracked as hell. Yeah, there's a reason why she's the final opponent, yeah. And I'm still a little shocked that Eternal Polaris isn't, like, more prominent. I mean, she does have, like, a big role in, like, one of the episodes, but I suppose if you want to kind of bring things full circle, it's got to be Cinderella past midnight. She's the first one you saw at the start of the game, so it makes sense that you would see her at the intermission, the halfway point. That's right, we got one specific opponent in mind. There you are. Oh wow, she even got her own music and everything? Sorry, am I am I like facing off against an opponent here, or am I taking down Sephiroth? And the aura too. It's like that threatening blue aura to let you know that she's a powerful opponent. At least you would expect her to be a powerful opponent, right? Like, well, her SP is going down rather slowly, so it'll be a long duel. It might not be the hardest duel, but it'll certainly be a long-ish. Okay, I'm building up my lead. It's got to be the RX-8, right? Like these opponents were a lot of trouble when I was trying to take them on with the Sylvia, but RX-8 is like, yeah, it's not that bad. GG! Well, damn, I know, right? Thanks. Okay, let's see this next story beat. Oh, okay, we're just gonna get a cutscene? Before the new souls, the princess of the deep night closed her eyes. Wait, no, don't do that, not while you're driving! The rumor of a soul that was once a nobody spreads across the Shuto Expressway, awakening new rivals. I read that too fast. By now, you must have realized... Wait, you were talking to me? The heart that only wanted to race. Now seeking a new stage. Yeah? Wait, that was it? Oh. We cleared stage 2, 5 million points. Huh. I haven't realized there was a stage 1. I mean, that must have been like the first episode objectives list I cleared out, huh? Well, I'm at least glad that the end of episode rewards just didn't cap me out, right? It's still over the cap, but at least I get to keep all of it. So I guess I just won't earn anymore. Alright. Oh yeah, there we go. Thank you for participating in the early access. The early access for Tokyo Xtreme Racer ends here. You can continue to enjoy driving on the Shuto Expressway, so if you've had fun, we would appreciate it if you could post a review or share it with your friends. Moving forward, we believe it is important to gather feedback from all our fans. To help Tokyo Xtreme Racer evolve in a better direction, we would be grateful if you could share your opinions with us. Please stay tuned for updates to new stages in the future. Hey, we did it! We made it to the end of the early access story, so... Whew! Good going. It is exciting, right? To come out and be as good as it is and to have people receive it as warmly as they have. I'm eager to see where they go from here, right? Cocaine would be more accurate, was popular in the 80s among Group B pilots. Stage cleared! Yeah, actually stage clear, right? Because we cleared stage 2. AKA candy nosed. I'm like slightly disappointed there wasn't an ending, or at least one more story scene. Or maybe they're just saving that, right? Like maybe when they add stage 3, they'll have the connecting cutscene play out, right? It's like Cinderella Past Midnight comes up and helps us segue into that. All right, well, let's read her bio then. Need more story with the femboy and Miss Xtreme. That'd be great. Hopefully they'll, given the way they said about re-challenging folks, I wonder if that's going to be the route they take, right? Stage 3 is gonna be a re-challenge. I think I said this already, but yeah. Just like remix the combinations of teams you face off against and the stories that unfold with them, everything. Alright, Cinderella Past Midnight. A Japanese returnee with an American-taught wildness that is captivating. Her straightforward personality unintentionally garnered her an all-girls fan club. Her flawless driving and perfected machine apply intense pressure on her battle opponents. For years, she has been pained by the cycles of vengeance and grudges among the Shuto Expressway racers. She sees battling as a form of communication and believes that if they race side by side, they will eventually be able to speak the same language. So it's like music, right? Racing is the universal language. I get it. What? Oh! Okay, because the car had the load in, I'm assuming, because it took some time to load in special effect too. I was like, wait, is their car actually just like a whole flame thing? But no, it's they had the load in the flame effect and the car. It's a nice car though. It's very... I don't know why, but Infinity Nikki just like pops into mind. Mitsue Hayashibara. Oh, and you're a translator. Suddenly your bio makes a lot more sense. Okay. Well, I guess now we can perhaps start looking for the Wanderers, right? We'll seek them down and try to take them on. Okay, Garage Haru. Only battles without a nitro system. Oh yeah. 10 consecutive battles against the White Leopard. Rotary engine cars, okay. No mods. All right, Tragic Matterhorn. That's one of the cars I bought. Can you max out that RX-8 now that I finished? I'm pretty sure I could. And you know what? I think the machines tree probably has now that I've got the limiter removal, I could probably go down that tree now, right? Okay. So yeah, I'll look for Highway Gambler and the Master position, right? Since they seem to be like mostly agnostic. It's like, yeah, challenge them with whatever car you're driving. You know what, we can go to the tune menu real quick. See if we can spend our way down from there. Oh, wow, okay. Level 6, and that costs a pretty penny, holy moly. I'm definitely going below 7 million with that. Also, I noticed that all these parts are separate prices. It's not like you buy every previous one, right? Or the price goes down if you buy the previous one, so gotta be real careful with what parts you decide to purchase. Oh, you know what? I can also get the wallet cap upgrade, I'm assuming, because, you know, that's probably unlocked now too, right? Yeah. Well, I don't have that much BP, right? And the amount of additional BP I can get is, like, really limited now, so gotta be extra careful with, what I spend it on. Do I even need to expand this up to 35 machines right now? I feel like I'm having trouble even hitting 20. Yeah, we can just do that. I'm glad these perks only cost 1 BP to unlock. It does help ease the pain of that. Okay. I don't know if I want to do the Legendary Tuner one either. I only got 15 left. I'll at least max out my attack. Oh god, we're down to 6. Well, at least we got all the parts, right? We can't go very far in the card tree for now. And even if we do beat a few Wanderers, we still gotta be very careful with which lines to go down here. I feel like of all the trees, this one's probably gonna get the biggest overhaul, I imagine. Like, either another way to unlock the cars or reduce the BP cost to unlock a particular car for the dealer. See, because, you know, racing game is usually about the cars, so kind of want people to be able to drive the cars. Oh. No. Or maybe, like, some way to refund points, right? Like, you know, if you go here, go, oh, wait, no, I want to redistribute this and just, like, reset the tree, get your BP back, and then pick somewhere else to spend your points. That might lead to some complications, but we'll see. Right, it's like either that or give people enough BP to, you know, get everything. That'd probably be the best way to do things. Okay, I need to go back to the bios real quick, because I need to see which Wanderers I need to go after. Master position and, okay. Master position and Impatient Princess. You are at the Heiwa-jima parking area. Okay. Oh wait, but I need to drive 2,000 kilometers. Do I have 2,000 kilometers yet? That feels like a long way to drive. Nope. Still quite a ways away. At least it's not as over the top as the talented skill tree. I don't think many games would be as complicated as that, right? It is kind of like the draw of that game, so. Right, Highway Gambler, Master Position. Those are who I'm looking for. Highway Gambler, Master Position. Highway Gambler, Master Position. Yeah. Oh. I did challenge you before. Oh, look, you're right there. Wonderful. Let's see if my further tricked out RX-8 can take you on. Or is this a kind of thing where I need like an absolute endgame car to even think about challenging these guys? At least some of them. We'll see. We'll see. That said, we got a lot of room now that we got like a 15 million points cap. Got a lot of room. Oh. Why do I keep doing that? Oh, I do like the way the tires blur while they're spinning. I love it. I love it when they make it look good. These guys have made it look good. I see you're trying to block me. Nope. Slowly making our way through. Sorry. But, you're just another rung on the ladder, right? It's another opponent I gotta take out to get more BP so I can maybe unlock more cars and maybe a few skills too. Oh, it's catching up. Oh wait, I think it braked again? Yeah, we're good, we're good. We got him. Oh wait. Dang it, I just had to smack into that car. Victory is most assuredly. Okay, now it is. Whew. Alright. We good. Oh wait. You know, now I think about it. The other guy required, what was it, like 77 million points to get? So, might not even be on the field. Yeah, let's filter, oh, no, I'll keep that on, because I want to filter by Wanderers. Oh! Wait, what I could do is maybe take on White Leopard. Does this filter... do I gotta reapply this? I do wish there was like a enable disable all option. Oh. Oh, shown in the fair. Okay. Man, it's only 12 of them. I think most of these are... you gotta have certain conditions met. Okay, I think yeah, let's break for White Leopard, right? We'll just wait for them. We'll just pull off here and wait for them to pass on by. Yep. So, how's the weather, right? Sure is nice weather we got here. Just another clear night in Tokyo, as been for the past few times. Oh, I am racing this fellow with barely any nitro, so this might be something. We'll see, right? They're a lower level, so might not be that bad. Park up and chill, and have chill, or yeah, park up and have chill while waiting. Yeah. You know, I read White Leopard was like part of a farming strat, because apparently they're like one of the easier Wanderers to beat, and they have a pretty big payout, so the strategy to like get money is to kind of race them, defeat them, and then like just break, challenge them again, and just rinse and repeat until you got all the money you need. And yeah. Wow, they are... I was probably meant to face them earlier. Who would have thought? Alright. There's a reason why they're part of the farming strat, I suppose. There we go. Another Wanderer defeated. Hey, 2 of them down. Not bad, not bad. You remember that guy, Leopard, and has a pig logo. It's an interesting combination of stuff, right? Well, I guess what you could do is maybe at least get this guy's logo uncovered, right? Just go all the way down here. I just challenge some random schlubs while we're at it. Alright, so I guess this is now the just chatting segment of the stream. We're just cleaning up here now. Alright, getting a little extra money. Having a little fun. There we go. 11,000. Gotta remember not to challenge guys near the junctions because I want to go down certain roads and not others. Oop. Yeah, it's fine. We got this one in the bag anyway. So nice of them to move out of your way at the start there. It was nice of them, right? Just like shifted lanes, just super quick, as these guys somehow are able to do. Okay, going to Haneda line. Still don't want to challenge anyone because... Got this junction right here. Yes, we're going to continue down Haneda line. Alright, now we can start challenging some fools. Was like, yeah, I know I won't win, so have at it. Yeah, you're just here to take my points, aren't you? Alright, just take them already. I just want to get on with my day. So there's another piece of gaming news that I picked up on. I saw Pillars of Eternity 1 was going to get a turn-based mode for the 10th anniversary. That's always a pleasant surprise, right? When the developers come back to an old game, it's like, yeah, we're going to just throw on a bunch of new features for this game here, right? It's like this long after, it's a nice thing, right? And it's a thing that people have been looking forward to as well, so... I suppose that's a good reason to come back to it, or pick it up if you haven't yet, in 10 years, so. Are there any games you remember that are like that, that felt like they were finished, but then suddenly, like, out of nowhere comes this update, and you're like, oh, well, this is a pleasant surprise. I remember that happening with, I think, Half-Life recently, right? Like, Half-Life or Half-Life 2, or both of them, got, like, the Director's Cut mode, where you can just, like, go to certain nodes and get commentary on things, and they updated it in other ways, too. And, like, a long time ago, there was Animal Crossing New Leaf, where, you know, that game came out and was finished, and several years later just got, like, surprise welcome amiibo update, right? To support, like, amiibo cards that came out for that game. Like, oh, it's pretty cool, right? And they went and fixed a few other things that people had complaints about too, so. It's pretty cool, right? It is nice when they come back after a long time and actually fix things up. Shows that they care. It does, right? And I know Pillars of Eternity is appreciated by folks out there too, right? Because the game itself is a throwback to like the old school top-down point-and-click computer RPGs along the lines of like Baldur's Gate and games like that. So, I mean, sure, it's not perfect, but it's good, right? It does what it does pretty well. I know that another game in that universe came out very recently, Avowed. I want to give that a go, but I'm waiting a little bit, right? I'm gonna wait and let it go through like a few patches and maybe get the DLC, and then I'll check it out then, right? So I feel like games of those kinds, I usually only do one playthrough, so might as well do the playthrough with everything in there, right? And sort of like the best possible state it is. That's what I did for the Outer Worlds, and it worked out pretty well. 16 whole ass streams out of that. Right, 16 weeks worth of the Outer Worlds. But like I said, I tend to be a thorough when it comes to games like those, right? To see all the story bits and to get everything I can to power myself up as best as possible for the final confrontation and things like that. I'm sure some folks appreciate that. Alright, I want to at least get close to this guy, right? Even if I don't meet the requirements to challenge him, I can at least see their logo. Oh yeah. It's a very straightforward looking car, right? It's like just a logo on the one side. I wonder if you're like a very early rival. Level 10. Alright, can I take you? Nope, I can't. Alright. Hey, I got your logo on there. A bit basic and bland. I don't know, I low-key can be fine sometimes, right? Really? Really what? Hello, Zia Miruka, or Miruka. What even is this game? What do you mean by that? Did get through the story, right? We did get through the story, so I'm just mostly challenging random opponents and taking on wanderers when I can. We'll fill out the list that way. You could say this is like a victory lap in a way, right? That's why I'm just challenging random opponents and stuff, you know? Multiplayer for this would be fun for duel battles and stuff. It would be quite the throwback if they had like couch versus. I could see that being fun for a bit. Yeah. I remember split screen versus games. Those were fun. Good old days of multiplayer GoldenEye with the 4-way split screen, right? You got that little postage stamp of a window to see what you were doing. Of course, since they had to process like 4 viewpoints and models and inputs and everything, it was a bit choppier than you might be comfortable with. And of course, with everyone being on the same screen, there was also the potential to kind of just like heat seek onto your opponents and know exactly where they are and what they're gonna do and take them out that way, and everyone would yell at you because you're peeking, and they wouldn't be wrong, you know? I remember seeing the images back in the days of people kind of working with that in mind, right? They have like giant blankets set up so that someone would only be able to see their part of the screen, or like a cardboard divider or something like that. It was always fun. Horizontal split was always better for you. You hated vertical? Yeah, I was more of a fan of horizontal, right? I like having more peripheral vision. Like, for the most part, yeah, like, especially with the I mean, it was bound to happen at some point. My tires are in the red, right? It was going to happen at some point. But yeah, especially back in the day, right? FPS games, I didn't emphasize looking up and down as much as they do now. So, like, having extra horizontal vision was usually the better thing to do. Granted, there are certain games where vertical might be preferred, right? Like if you're doing a platformer, or maybe you're like playing Tony Hawk, perhaps, or you know, some other game where you might want to look up more. Then yeah, vertical would be fine. But for the most part, I went with horizontal, right? For Trackmania, etc., it was perfect. I bet it was. Let me in! I was hoping that they'd take the barrier off right as the race ended, but that sadly was not the case. Just gonna scooch on past in here. Perfect. Alright. Twisted Metal and Vigilante 8, so fun in split screen. Yeah, that would probably be the one game where, well, I guess it depends, right? Imagine old school Twisted Metal. You still want horizontal, right? You'd want to see your opponents off to the side so that you know which way to go, or which way they're coming from you. They're coming for you, right? See that? Yeah, all these fellas are taken care of. We don't care to speak to anyone anymore. We're just here for a good time, right? Just continue along this way here as we catch up the last flight. There's another game I played a long time ago that had split screen too. It's called Battle Tanks. It was like a more slow-paced vehicular combat game. Like, instead of driving fast vehicles, you were riding tanks instead, and, you know, it was very much in the vein of the combat multiplayer kind of deal, where you wander around the map, try to find your opponent, and hit them with all the best weapons you got. Try to take them out before they took you out. Man. Now I want a battle tank style game. Just want a revival of that or some way. Everyone was so sneaky and Twisted Metal is shooting from cover and all that. Aw, man. How dare they pull out the advanced tactics on you? That's not fair. I kid, of course, I kid. OMG, you just remind me of World Destruction League. Thunder Tanks was huge fun, I bet. I'm pretty sure there's like probably a tank battle game out there somewhere. Someone remembers Battle Tanks and decided to make their own spiritual successor. Given how well Tokyo Xtreme Racer turned out, you know what game series I want to see make a comeback, even though I know its chances are highly unlikely considering the companies and everything? Burnout, right? Just imagine this, like, Criterion one day decides, hey, let's just do another entry in the Burnout series, right? And they just self-publish a new title or something. Ah, man. I would be so excited for that. Granted, that's like, I say that might be less likely because I think EA does own some of that too, so there's probably some complications that might occur if, the Criterion just goes to the EA execs like, hey, we want to make another Burnout game, and they're like, but Burnout doesn't make the big bazillion dollars. Why would you want to do that? And unfortunately, it seems like the one spiritual successor we do have, the Dangerous series, is like... you can see they're trying, right? You can see they're trying, but there's always something missing from it. Always feels like it's just not quite there, unfortunately. Yeah, I don't meet your requirements, so I'm just gonna keep on going. Has to have a crash mode, because that was hours of fun, yeah. I mean, that was like the big draw of Burnout, right? The crashes. Everyone... whenever people bring up Burnout, they usually talk about the crashes. I mean, even I talk about the crashes, although it's like in slightly different context than what other people talk about crashes, right? I talk about making opponents crash, they're usually just about crashes in general, but hey, similar enough sentiment, right? But yeah. It'd be great, right? Just like one day, just suddenly announces Burnout, or like the Burnout Greatest Hits collection and remastered versions of all the old Burnout games. Either one of those would be exciting. Man, I thought something was gonna happen when they released Burnout Paradise Remastered in 2020. I think I thought we were on to something, but it's been quite a while since then, and not a peep. It's unfortunate. Yeah, seeing those combos line up at the intersections, the logs flying off the truck and all that. Yeah, more cars just kind of throwing themselves into the wreck too. Or if you manage to like knock a car just right so that it hits a road below, and then you see a pileup just start up there too, and just like suddenly your money total is just exploding into the stratosphere. It's great, right? It's real nice. It's like Final Destination Simulator, yeah. Final Destination 2 Simulator, right? This car just like suddenly smacks into another one, and it explodes like 10 seconds later. Actually, yeah, okay, I can see where you're going with that. Right out of Final Destination, right? Right down to things exploding for no good reason. I'm still shocked, right? I'm still shocked that they're bringing out another one of those. I guess it's been long enough, right? I imagine people start missing it after 5 came out. It's been quite a while now, but it's like, yeah. Guess we'll see how it goes. Hopefully they can do something alright with it. My closest encounter with the Final Destination series was back in high school when I was kind of like working as sort of a coach's assistant for the tennis team. And it was like the end of the season, and they were celebrating, right? And they were like, yeah, we're going to do a movie night. And the film they decided to watch for some reason was Final Destination 2. And, back then I was also like not the biggest fan of horror films, and I think the coach kind of picked up on that, because they were like, hey, I got some other things you could do here. Why don't you go do that, and we'll go watch the film in here. I appreciate it. Appreciate them for that, at least. You know how films are, a car flips, it has to explode in a massive ball of fire, right? That's true. It ain't a car chase scene unless something explodes. That's how you know the stakes are high. Got scarred for life after watching 3, the roller coaster at the start and the whole thing with the sunbeds, yeah. I imagine Final Destination hits especially home because it's just, even with the whole, death is kind of working things behind the scenes. It's just a series of freak accidents, and even if they're like the most over-the-top freak accidents, it's like, what if it happens to me, right? What if it happens to me? Even if things don't work that way, what if it happens to me? And, you know, there have been stories in real life where people just like die, right? They just die all of a sudden. An absolute freak accident. They happen in real life too, so just like and, you know, you can't anticipate it, so you just gotta kind of roll with it. And it sucks if it does happen, but I can understand why that might just like put some people on edge. Because damn, it would do that for me, that's for sure. You laid off going on roller coasters for a long time after that. Yeah, that's understandable. Yeah, the roller coaster thing too, right? Because there absolutely have been instances in real life of roller coasters gone horribly awry, and you know, stuff just going the wrongest, and it just sucks. It just sucks. Rough enough that they break down on top of a loop and you're stuck there upside down for hours. Oh god, I don't even want to think about that. Whew. No way, no siree. I imagine I had to just leave the park, right? I just had to leave the park, sit down, or you know, get a ride home for sure, and then just lie down for a good long while after that. Not just because of like the emotional drainage, but imagine being upside down for a long time would just probably be vertigo-inducing. Good reason to avoid those rides at those fairs that roll into town. Yeah, there have been quite a few incidents around those, haven't there? Well, it's definitely less a case of, you know, rides just like suddenly flying off the track, but still. Yeah, I think I'm like way past thrill rides, I don't know. Not my thing. Granted, they weren't exactly my thing when I was younger either, but they're especially not my thing now. Some look flimsy as hell. That's true. I guess that would be part of it too, right? Fine with just like say Roller Coaster Tycoon and doing a first-person view of those rides there, or I guess Planet Coaster if they have such a feature there, right? Never you mind. Oh. Okay, let's take on Woodpecker Syndrome. We're only level 5. Should be fine. Remember going on one of those old school wooden Big Dippers and coming off weight as a sheet, all the blood drained out of me. Makes you wonder how they did it in the past, right? Without all the additional safety tech we got now, it's like, oh, they had to really take into account like, you know, physics and construction and everything like that. Just had to calculate everything down by hand. Or, you know, more rudimentary methods, but yeah. It's wild to think about. Like back before we had all this additional technology to kind of help us build reasonably sturdy and safe structures, they just had to do it by eye and hand and, like, you know, a lot of experience and a bit of knowledge and things like that, right? I had to do everything manually. Wild to think about. Even crazier when you go to somewhere and just see like these ancient structures, and I was like, oh my god, a lot of manual labor went into that, right? We're just seeing the end part of it. Well, speaking of something that took a lot of manual labor and effort, those wooden ones look so unsafe. Yeah, right? Age, right? Age and natural wear and tear, so you gotta do maintenance on it too. Which I guess is the other thing. Gotta work on that. Alright, we're gonna stop in here. Gonna get another nitro / tire fix, cause... no, I guess we can just get a tire fix. I actually have not used any nitro. Then again, I haven't been challenging anyone too over the top, so... makes sense. Yeah, I saw Assassin's Creed Shadows is, like, doing exceptionally well. What I've read, they got, like, 2 million players. It's apparently super good. Probably a lot of factors that went into that, right? First Assassin's Creed in a while that kind of goes back to the more classic style, just like hunting down your targets and taking them out sneakily, and also taking place in Japan, probably a big draw for some folks too. I'm glad it's doing well, at least. I heard that Ubisoft absolutely needed this one to do well. Right, this was like their Hail Mary. So I'm glad, right? I'm glad. At least Assassin's Creed will live on, Ubisoft will live on. Okay. Which way is Unbalanced Ishi gonna go? Are they gonna go this way? So I'll be able to encounter them, or will they go this way? And I won't. I guess either way I could go this way and try to catch up to Shonen Affair, so... I can do that. Let us depart. If we can't challenge them, we can at least get them marked on the map as not question marks, right? Oh, and this was a few weeks ago, but I saw that Dead by Daylight is gonna have a Tokyo Ghoul crossover. Like, you're gonna have one of the characters from that series just as a killer. Seemed like some people were kind of interested in that, right? It's like, a bigger anime crossover, because I know they had crossovers before with like Attack on Titan and other series, but those were like costumes and things like that, and I think this one was like the first proper established character. So I saw someone say that Dead by Daylight is like becoming the Fortnite of like the asymmetrical horror style hunter-hunted game, and they might have a point there, right? They're gonna start kind of expanding their net to things outside of the classical horror movie properties then. I mean, you can already see it with the characters, right? They have Nick Cage, Lara Croft, folks like them. Alan Wake doesn't count because the game he's in is kind of sort of horror, right? Or maybe it actually is horror. I doubt we'd ever see a new Destruction Derby when there's Wreckfest and Wreckfest 2. Ah, yeah. I actually played, I think, the first Wreckfest with some friends, like, a few months ago, because one of my friends just had an itch to play it, so we're like, yeah, sure, we can give that a go for a night. It was a fun time. I want to play that in the future, right? Just at least do a playthrough of Wreckfest 1. I know, 2, I believe that's in early access, right? I want to give that a go, too. Although I might wait a bit, because, Wreckfest 1 is, like, there. OG Wreckfest is hours of fun, I bet. multiplayer was fun from the little bit I played of it, so I'm sure the single-player campaign will probably be some good fun. Yeah, it is. Okay. I thought so. Alright, I was challenging racers, so let's challenge some more racers. I'm glad you're not capped on the number of times you can change tires in the night. There is that. You can change them as many times as you want. Although I'm not sure if it's like a per garage or if it's just like, no, you just as long as you pay up 50,000 points, you can extend your night, right? Drive long into the night if you want. Ah, right, Tornado 90. You guys gave me some trouble. Especially with the workshop support, I bet. That's the best thing for a game to have, just workshop support. It's like, yeah, once you're done with the base game, then there's a whole wide world of mods out there that you can try, right? Variety of maps, game modes, characters, other fun things for you to mess around with. That's why certain games like Left 4 Dead 2 still get plays even this long after they've come out, right? Because there's just like so many mods for it. Right? Just have your share of shenanigans with it, right? Like on custom maps or custom models or various other things. It's great. It's great. Moon gravity. OMG, it's chaos with zero gravity and pinball. Haha. Yeah, pinball too. That's another game that's great with mods. It works in both ways, right? Like, people just like remastering classic tables for the digital era, and then other people just making like cool original tables to show off to others that they might only be able to do in like a video game medium. It all works pretty well. Who are you? Man, we were just uncovering a lot of wanderers tonight. Oh, your perfect revolution. Right? Oh no, Shonan affair. Whoops, my bad. I saw the circle and I just assumed revolution. See, this is why you shouldn't judge a book by its cover, right? Oh, great. Cool, I can challenge you right out the gate. Hopefully, you're not going to steamroll me. This might be the one instance where I might actually use my nitro. Okay. You're keeping up, kinda. Wow, only took half a tank. So got this other half to use when you inevitably catch up to me. If you catch up to me. I am pulling away. If this were Burnout, the Shonen Affair would just see an indicator that just goes, "They're losing you!" They're 20 seconds ahead of you! Wow. First try! It's another Wanderer felled. That makes what, 3 tonight? I'd say that's a pretty good track record so far. Okay. I don't want to challenge anyone because they're pretty close to a junction, right? I want to make sure I go on the right one so I can reach that blue arrow over there. Victorious night all around, indeed it is. Collecting nothing but W's. Even from the new challengers, right? I'm not just seeking out the old fellas to farm CP from, right? 23 wins. Yeah, my current win streak. Oh, right, Immortal Clown. If I remember correctly, you needed a specific requirement met, right? Yeah. Alright, what's the yellow arrow again? Your melancholic angel? Yes, you are. Level 21. Very surprised Cinderella didn't put up a huge fight. I'm kind of shocked too, right? Looked like something that would be a intense back and forth duel with how slow her SP bar decreased, but that was almost anticlimactic. Especially when you consider, like, the opponents before her were putting up a good fight, right? Shu was strong, even every little bit warrior was just, like, blasting ahead. Granted, I wasn't challenging them with the RX-8, so that might have had a factor in it. I don't know. It might have been just me getting lucky. Right? Or just, like, figuring out that, like, even the opponents who are good at turns aren't, like, the best at turns, so if you can take those corners well, you can... That's usually your one spot, right? That's your one chance to get around them. And after that, it's a matter of playing defense and then hoping that they wipe out, and then you can kind of take the victory from there. Every vid you've seen on YouTube, she just storms ahead at Mach 3. It's like one of those cases where if you let her get away, then she gets away. I feel like that's like the case in most racing games, right? Usually you'll know if you're not ready for them yet, if they just kind of blast ahead of you, no problem. It's like either that or rethink your strategy, right? Try to find out what they're the weakest at and then kind of capitalize on that weakness. Like a wolf hunting for wounded prey. Okay, wait, is this... Oh yeah, unbalanced Ishii, right. I don't think I can challenge you, so I'm gonna pass on by. Actually, I can just challenge another opponent. Right. Farm some money. I can do the white leopard cheese strategy later. For now, let's just cruise, right? Let's do a cruise through the night. Just drive. We'll go wherever the rivals take us, right? Don't have to worry about direction because we're at a stopping point, right? We're at the current end of the story, and we just gotta wait for Genki to bring out the next stage. It does make me wonder how they'll do that. Is it going to be a case of they'll just like kind of put in the other 50% of the game, or will they like slowly add in more stages? So like the next update will be stage 3. We'll see, right? Since they're only spending 4 months, I have to assume they already have like a general idea of what they want to do. Really only need to make some refinements, right? Some slight refinements based on player feedback and everything. And to their credit, they have been doing that, right? Some slight changes to the presentation, adding a few things to kind of, you know, quality of life features, as people will call them nowadays, right? Everything like that. Must be the only place in the world where time stands still, right? When that race begins, it's like everything slows to a halt, and it's just you and the opponent on the road. It's the only thing that matters in the heat of the moment, right? Yeah, I got him. One thing I at least want to look up is, like, seeing what the endgame cars are, right? Like, just seeing which cars I should go for in the post-Cinderella past midnight section of the trees, right? Because I only have, like, a tiny amount of CP left, and I want to make sure I at least build towards a car that I can take into future stages. Ah, remember me, Anime Red? I've come to take your title once again. Or we could just race for fun, right? Either way. If I remember correctly, you're like one of the guys I need to pop nitros for. Oh, I think they hit a car. Yeah, let's go. We're going straight to the podium with this one, baby! Victory achieved! Oh man, a lot of green arrows this way. I got my pick of rivals. You wanted a rematch months back? Well, here I am to take you down a second time. Remember when you said you were gonna rematch me? Well, let's have that rematch. Another one down, and another one down, another one bites the dust, metaphorically, in Minecraft. Man, just miles of emptiness, or I guess kilometers, right? It's a long stretch of nameless ones, so I guess we'll take them on. Money is money, am I right? Especially when you got a win streak this high, even the nameless ones are gonna drop a good amount of money. I think I'm getting more from like the long runs. I saw I got 500,000. I didn't realize that would be like a stacking total. I thought it was just gonna be like every certain amount of distance they would give you another 100,000 points. What if it stacks? Damn. Can make out like a bandit just by racing on the Shito Expressway. Ooh. Right. What do I want to take on? Fullback or Hip Hop Red? You know what? Let's take on Hip Hop Red. It's been a while since I've raced someone from this team. Someone from Rhythm Box. Those tires have the shelf life of a banana. It is surprising, like how quickly they get worn down, right? Even if they only go down like during races for the most part. It's like, man. I mean, I get it. It's like a balancing factor. Sort of a way to try to like section things off, right? Give you an excuse to kind of put a break in the action. It's like, oh yeah, my tires are almost gone. I guess it's time to go back to the garage and rest and recuperate and everything. Doesn't matter too much in the grand scheme of things, but oh yeah, I need to find out like which of those opponents required me to not have a nitro system, so I can go challenge them. So I can have the proper kit so for when I do challenge them. Probably would have spent a fortune if petrol was a thing. You know, I am I guess it makes sense why they would put in a tire wear mechanic and not a fuel mechanic, because tire wear you can at least, you know, not make it a hard stop, right? If they put in a fuel tank, it's like, yeah, no, you're going to be hard capped at some point, because, you know, cars can't run without fuel, right? It can at least kind of hand wave cars running with bald tires, right? The meter's empty. It's like, oh yeah, you can still drive, but your car's gonna control like a block of ice. Whereas with fuel, it's just like, nah, your car just stops, man, it just stops. See, 2 more tire gauges are in the red. Yeah, we're pretty close to another rival. I think we can take him on. Alright. With that guy, number 2, you're mine. Did that say run and win? I think I saw a run and win on the front there. You know, it's one thing I wish this game had, the ability to rotate the cars, because, you know, I want to see these liveries from another angle, right? I want to see the back, I want to see the front, I want to see the side from the side. That'd be pretty cool. It's like, for the most part, if the car's not in the dealership, then tough luck, buddy. Or a photo mode so you can see the details. Actually, a photo mode would be pretty rad, right? This would be the perfect game to have a photo mode. Just imagine people just like setting up the perfect action shots, and if you, you know, you get the filters and the lighting and everything right. Ah, man, you could probably make some great looking screenshots from that. Oh, I see. If I go take the outer loop, I can run into... Oh wait, no, I think blue means they're already uncovered. Yellow is the ones I gotta uncover. I think I've uncovered everyone here, so... Right, I've uncovered all the rivals that are currently on the map. Huh. Yeah, I have. Alright, well... We're just driving, man. I mean, I know I've said it before, but just reaffirming that, right? Could have made a real nice stream thumbnail with the photo mode. Haha. There's actually one screenshot that I actually did make a thumbnail, right? Remember Dungeons of Hinterberg, and how like the 4th VOD has a thumbnail is basically a screenshot from the game. Basically because the guy at that moment was talking about getting together for a photo so that they can make it into a thumbnail. It's like, ha, perfect. There's a thumbnail. It's fun when things work out like that, right? A little bit of fun with the video series there. I know for the most part, the thumbnails for VODs are like pretty samey, but occasionally I like to mix things up, either because like, you know, something happened in story, or it's like a funny moment, or it's just like a series of one-offs, and I like to pick different screenshots for those, or make different thumbnails for those, right? Does this indicate they're like not really part of a series, they're just like separate videos? That's probably what I'll do with Dungeons of Hinterberg when I come back to it this Friday, right? So I'm going to be coming back to that because I want to check out episode Renault and see how that goes. To pick a different thumbnail for that, and I'll probably still put it in the... I'll probably put the VODs in the Hinterberg playlist because, well, someone wants like a comprehensive Dungeons of Hinterberg playthrough, right? They just have to go to the one playlist. Honestly, I think Forza Horizon 5 is like an oddity in that regard, because those videos are like in two separate playlists, right? I have a playlist for the Rally Adventure and another playlist for Hot Wheels. I want to put up like all the other times I just played vanilla Forza Horizon 5 up someday, and I'm not sure if I just want to combine all the videos together into one, or if I just want to keep them separate playlists, considering yeah, they were all played so long apart. I could see a case for both, but then again, you know, since there's not much of a through line for all the Horizon streams, that might be fine if they stay separate, right? Love that short how many bonus boards? Yeah. When it first came out and that counter was just glitching to heaven and back. 600! Where do you put 600 bonus boards on a tiny little map? But it was a glitch, right? It was a glitch. Which they eventually resolved. I did see Horizon 5 did have like a little bug that, well, it wasn't big, a little. It was actually a big one that kind of popped up when they started doing playlist reruns, because I guess, like, you know, for people who played through the playlist the first time, you know, for some reason, like, they weren't counting as being completed again, at least for a little while, so yeah, they wouldn't get the points for it, and it was like definitely like a big deal. So the dev team was like hard at work trying to fix. Oh, geez, okay. Yeah, I don't know. Tires are at red. I'm not sure what I was expecting there. Yeah, you saw that. It took nearly a week to fix it. Yeah, they were at it for a while. The funny thing is they rolled out the update for Steam, but they couldn't roll out for Xbox for a little bit. They had it out for a while, but then they said they found some problems and they pulled it back. And then they put it up later. And to their credit, the fix did work, right? You got retroactively awarded all the points that you earned in previous playlists, and you could claim the rewards and everything, so that's cool, but man. The fact that they've gone to playlist reruns is, it's like, yeah, you know, they're winding down with that. Even like they're what, the next big update is going to be them giving you the ability to go back to like some of the live world elements they had in previous updates, right? Not all of them, but it's going to be most of them. So you can, I think some of them they teased was like you know, the various stadium makeovers and some of the holiday modes and things like that. They're putting in you know, new tasks and accolades for that, so I think it's supposed to come out the same time that the PS5 version of that game's coming out. You'll return for that Realms update with the new cars and the accolades. Yeah. That one. It should be a fun time. Depending on like which ones they put up and how many of them, it'll probably be at least a good trip down memory lane, right? Personally, I hope they at least put in the anniversary ones, right? I want to go back to the stages where they had like the tribute to each of the prior Horizon games and just have a little fun with that, right? It was fun seeing people just like put up screenshots and try to recreate the covers of the old games as well as they could with the stages they were given, right? End of April, yeah. It's close, right? Still a little ways off, but it's not that far either. You're glad the New Year is one of them because the dragons were fire. Yeah, they did a pretty good job with some of those, right? Like some of the holidays got a pretty good version, right? Good makeover in places. I hope that we get at least one update that also has the obstacle courses on them, because those were like pretty cool. Like, a little different from how they usually do it, right? Especially with the treasure hunts. It's like, oh yeah, the challenge isn't like figuring out what you need to do to uncover the chest. It was actually navigating the course to reach the chest at the end. The stunt park? No, this was like something different, right? It wasn't like the stunt park at the stadium. This was like where they set up like obstacle courses in random places around the map, right? It was like these new structures that showed up and you had to like kind of car parkour your way through them to reach the chest at the end of the course. Yeah, the parkour treasure hunt, yes, yeah. You'd be remiss if you didn't like the coffee update. You know, I actually did like that one too, right? They built like a pretty decent looking coffee shop there. At a nice location too, right? It's like at a place where you'd totally expect a coffee shop to be at. You love the coffee badges? You know what? I actually missed out on some of those, right? I missed out on, I think it was like the 90s badges, and I'm like most disappointed by those because those were the ones I was trying to look for, but... And there was like super easy tasks to do there too, so right? I could have just like done those and been done with it, but... It just slipped my mind. I'm like, ah. But I guess it's fine. There were like other badges that I also like that I can equip, so... Eh. The cappuccino cup one is super cute. They're all pretty cute, yeah. I agree. Cappuccino one is also cute. But that's always one of the worries with like these temporary event kind of updates, right? It's like, yeah, they change things up and it's like, oh yeah, if you miss it, then well, tough luck, right? You're never gonna see it again. At least they're trying to alleviate that with the Realms update. So it's like, sure, maybe you weren't there when it first came out, but at least you can still see the content in a form, right? At least there's that. It's not lost forever. I don't know, my hope is that they'll eventually add every, like, you know, temporary realm they've had, but who knows, that might be a work and a half in some cases, but I hope they can get there, because then you won't have to worry about missing out on anything. Also, the temporary PR stunts, yeah, there's that too, right? I think they only ever had one set of those, right? I don't think they had more than one set. Yeah, it's always funny when those pop up and I like mouse, you know, go over them and I'm like, oh yeah, right, I already did these. Yeah, fun times. You missed those, bang, there goes your 100%, yeah. Like with Forza Horizon 4 and the Final Fantasy 15 car. And, yeah. And, you know, the mixer stuff, right? If you didn't get those, then you're never getting them. At least not legitimately. And maybe not even then, because... Well, no, Forza is like one of those games that you can play offline. It's just that, you know, if you finagle with it, you're gonna have to go offline. You need the summer party evolving world because you missed accolades for that with being sick at the time. Yeah, right. It's like for whatever reason you're not able to check it out, right? Like you're sick, or you just have other things you need to do, or you know, the internet just goes down, something like I know a lot of people just hate that. There seems to be a lot more FOMO factor in games these days, and certainly have to agree with them in that regard. I do wish... I know, like, for some games that's the point, but I do wish more games... Well, at least try to find some way to mitigate that, like either... You know, make the items available some other way, or have a video or something. Good to know that the realms are convoy accessible. Oh, you know what? That's also a big plus, right? Able to play those in groups so you can share the experience with other people. That's nice, right? Forza is just pure FOMO. That's true, right? even if they didn't have like the realms and stuff, you still got the playlists and everything, and the temporary events for the cars and the temporary events in general. Like even dating all the way back to Motorsport 4 or 3, maybe even earlier than that, right? The limited time vehicles, you can only get them in this time, and if you don't, tough luck. You want that car collection, you better not miss. You best not miss cars, because you don't know if they're gonna return. Right, you don't know if you'll be able to get them into the market, or if they'll be going for cheap. But I was gonna mention another game that's like was real bad with the whole FOMO thing. Genshin Impact, right? That was the one open world gacha game that like super blew up back in the 2020s, but they're real bad with the temporary events, right? I think none of them have ever had reruns, and they all, change up an area's appearance, and even worse, they have like items and weapons that you can get that if you don't get during that period, it's like, well, tough luck, you're never gonna get them. Granted, they do put some of the items in like a shop for later on, but yeah. It's like the specially decorated areas and the quests and stuff, they're not coming back. Which can be a bummer, because some of them are actually, like, plot relevant and everything. So if you're coming in way after the fact, it's like, yeah, you're just gonna have gaps in the story that you're just gonna have to fill in some other way, right? Like, read a wiki, watch a video on YouTube, ask some people on the forum somewhere. But, yeah. I know other online games are like that too, but I played a lot of Genshin, so that's why that sticks out to me. A rival close by, so I'm gonna take them on. You remember that Lamborghini SVJ was going for 20 mil because a lot of people missed it. Oh man, that's the biggest thing, right? It's either like high in demand or super rare. The people who do have it can just jack up that price, right? Supply and demand. We're seeing that happen in real life, especially with the Pokemon cards. It's gotten so bad that the retailers have had to put in like alternative means to try to deter them, right? Like either they're breaking the seal on the packages before they hand them over, or they're trying to like really limit the amount of product people can buy at once. Keeping an eye on who's there and who's returning and everything. It's like, it sucks that people have to go to these lengths to make sure that everyone has a chance. Another issue with games as a whole, we've had this new thing for a while, but it's going away because the license is finished now. Get it before it's gone forever. Oh yeah, all the license stuff. Especially bad with driving games, right? You can see it there with Forza. Right, after a while, games get delisted. And it used to be, it was like, yeah, very, very consistent. 4 years on the markets, and then it goes bye-bye. And then they changed things up with, like, Horizon 4 and I want to say like the later Motorsports as well. Almost like they realized maybe they need a longer tail for these games because they can't keep pumping them out alternating years and everything. But yeah, it's not just like the driving games, right? It's like other games. Marvel especially, right? It feels like Marvel games are on a very severe time limit. It's like you might have a few years at best, and even then it might not be that long. Like, y'all remember the Deadpool video game, right? Remember that? I want to say that one wasn't available to buy for the longest time, and then they took it offline, and then they brought it back for like a year or two because of the movie, and then they took it offline again. It was like the same deal with Ultimate Alliance, right? That was available to buy for a while, and then they delisted it, and then they brought it back like the 1 and 2 collection, and that was up for a while, and then they delisted that. Ugh. How they took the Quartz Regalia out of the auction house, etc. So now there's no way to get it. Oh yeah. So if you don't have it, well, tough luck, buddy. It's especially bad when it's like crossover DLC in another game, right? Like Dead by Daylight, right? we talked about that earlier, and that had like a handful of crossover DLC that got delisted for one reason or another. Like, there used to be Stranger Things stuff you could get, not anymore, and from what I've read, Hellraiser is going to be going away sometime in April, which sucks, right? It's all about the licenses, and, you know, it's a whole legal quagmire, but it still sucks that it happens, right? No one's happy about it, I imagine, right? The devs probably aren't happy for it. Players obviously not happy about it. Just wish something would change in that regard, right? Prime example is Fuser. Oh my god, Fuser, yeah. At least with that one, they did tell you in advance, yeah, we're gonna take everything offline at this date. And then they did put in like a bunch of packs that gave you all the cosmetics for free, so you didn't have to worry about missing out on that. You just had to buy all the songs you wanted before they all went away forever. Luckily, I did get in on that, right? I got all the songs I wanted for that, so I don't know. Maybe... Oh no, I can't do Fuser stream in the future because it has all licensed music and stuff, and Twitch is going to slap me down super hard if I try to stream it. Well, I can at least enjoy it, alright? I can at least enjoy it. And there was, the Wallace and Gromit game by Telltale Games as well. I don't think that was out for that long. It wasn't available for that long, right? I remember it coming out, and I was thinking, oh yeah, I'll get this later, and then I didn't get it later, and then I just can't get it anymore. Unless I guess if I paid for a Steam key or something, I'm sure those are very expensive now. And from what I've read, the Wallace and Gromit Telltale game is kind of average anyway, right? It's not stellar. It is like old era Telltale, so there's that, I guess, but... Oh, and Dead or Alive as well, right? I think 5 had a good number of crossover DLC with like various properties like Attack on Titan and King of Fighters and stuff that they've taken down later because, you know, licenses ran out and stuff. And... Oh, you know what? There was like a good amount of temporary DLC like recently too that was only available for a period of time, right? There's the Godzilla content for Dave the Diver. And there was the Nokotan, right? The Nokotan dance DLC for Deer Simulator. Luckily, I was able to get both of those, but if you didn't get them before they disappeared, tough luck. Sucks, right? DMC3 Special Edition and DMC4 both are gone from... Wait, they are? Why? Although, is that because of because they? I mean, are you able to get Devil May Cry in other ways? Like I know there's the HD collection. Are you able to get that on Steam still? And if I remember correctly, 4 also got like an HD version of it. Although that kind of goes into another thing, right? People delisting old versions of games so they can put out their HD-ified version because I guess they think one's gonna cannibalize the sales of the other. I guess I can get it from a business standpoint, but it sucks, right? It sucks, especially if like the HD version of the game is like absolute balls, which it was in certain cases, right? Oh, like somewhat infamously, like the GTA collection. Blue chunks, right? It looked like ass. And even if, you know, they put in some updates, the fact that you just can't get the old versions anymore when you're able to before, it's like, eh. Same deal with Sonic Generations, right? If you want Sonic Generations now, you gotta get Sonic X Shadow Generations. And even if you have, like, the old Sonic Generations, well, you still gotta get Sonic X Shadow Generations. Which isn't as painful because Sonic, because from what I've read, Shadow Generations is actually, like, really, really good, so there's that, but still. You gotta shell out, like, the price of a whole-ass game just to get Shadow Generations, or Sonic Generations with Shadow Generations now, and yeah. And there was the Horizon Zero Dawn as well, right? They came out with, like, the remastered version, so you can't get the base version anymore, which sucks because the remastered version was, like, what, $60, and the original version occasionally was sold for, like, $20. It's like, why? I mean, you know, we know why, right? It's money, but we're not made of that anymore, right? We're not made of that anymore. Yeah, you watched the video Guru Larry did on it, and yeah, it looked like total dog crap. Yeah! I mean, I think, like, the worst part about it, it was, like, based off the mobile versions of the games for some unfathomable reason. Right? Like, I guess the PS2 versions weren't cutting it for some reason or another. Or that was, like, the thing they could most easily translate to PC or something, but yeah. It blows, right? Because, like, you did the side-by-side comparisons, like, oh my god, why does the old version of the game look so much better than the supposed, the HD version? Like, what the heck? That's not how this works. That's not how any of this works. Sadly, they can keep doing this as long as they hold the cards. You just gotta be on top of things, right? Make sure you get the old versions of the games right before the remasters come out, or you know, try to keep ahead of the grapevine. Get an idea of, like, when HD or remasters of games comes out, so that you can get the old versions if they're perfectly fine and functional, right? Another pro for digital... did you mean physical copies of games, perhaps? Yeah, I thought so. Yeah, physical. Yeah. Yeah, see... yeah, it's like one of the reasons why physical is still very good, right? Like, they can't take that away from you. Still the old version of the game. Even if it's been delisted from storefronts, you'll be able to play that, right? I might not be able to get Forza Horizon 2 on a digital storefront, but I got my physical copy, and I can still play it that way. Same with Forza Horizon. And 3. And 4 now, I guess, also. Although I did get a digital version of that. Because it was cheap. My bad, my fingers got excited while typing. Oh, I get that. Sometimes your body reacts faster than your brain does, and you just kind of work on instinct, and sometimes it just doesn't, sometimes it doesn't line up, right? Sometimes there's, like, a miscommunication, or like, ah, snap! Ah, geez, okay. Brain is 5 steps ahead. It do be like that. Alright, how far away is the next parking garage? Oh. Quite a ways, wow. I had to go over here. That's fine. Just challenge some nameless ones in the meantime, see if we can eke out a win here or there. Although, on the topic of HD/remasters, apparently there's been a rumor that the Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion is going to have an Unreal Engine 5 remake coming out very, very soon, actually. It's funny when you think about it, because Skyrim has kind of been the go-to Elder Scrolls game for the longest time now, right? The most we have of Elder Scrolls 6 is like a title that they showed, I want to say, 6-7 years ago. Almost feels like they're putting out, if Elder Scrolls 4 remake is a reality, feels like they're putting this out to kind of tide the crowds over, right? It's like, yeah, we know you're waiting for the next Elder Scrolls game, but here's a prettier version of the other beloved Elder Scrolls game, right? You know, before Skyrim, 4 was like the one you wanted to go to for like your open world fantasy mods and everything. They're pretty good for that. Well, I'm sure Morrowind probably had a ton of mods too. Let's just say, you know, systems were different, so things probably work differently there, but yeah. At the very least, Unreal Engine 5 would mean that the next Elder Scrolls isn't gonna be on that old jank-ass Bethesda engines, so I guess we can appreciate that. Hopefully, they can get the hang of Unreal Engine 5 and get ourselves a pretty good running, less bug-prone game, right? I'm not gonna say bug-free because a game that large is obviously gonna have bugs, but hopefully it'll be largely functional on release, right? You have a Skyrim dragon hanging in your truck cab in your truck simulator too, as like part of a mod, or is that like an event trinket? It's pretty fun though. Little dragon. I feel like that's something I would do, right? It's like a little bit of interior decoration I probably put in a video game paraphernalia. Yeah, it's an accessories mod. Pretty cool, pretty cool. I feel like that would be totally in character too. I could imagine like a trucker in real life just having some sort of dragon decor somewhere, right? Right, either as like a bobblehead or a little hangy bit if they're allowed to do that, or maybe a sticker, or you know, a lot of things, right? A lot of things. Lets you put Zekrom on your dash and a large one in the passenger seat. Yeah, the passenger plushie. Fun times, fun times. All right, I got this nitro. Might as well use it, right? Wow, which direction are you gonna take? I guess that's the question. Oh wait, no, this isn't the one where we switch lanes just yet. Honestly, my loop with like those sorts of open-ended games, right? Like the Fallouts and the Elder Scrolls is usually, oh, I'll play one of these. Okay, let's go find a bunch of mods, right? Let's find a bunch of mods that I might be into. Okay, let's see what if they need like any sort of prerequisite mods to make sure they run properly. Okay, let's see if there's a specific build order they need to be in. If there's any additional apps I can download to kind of help facilitate that. And then, you know, finally, once everything gets worked out, I maybe play it for like 1 or 2 sessions. And then I get kind of overwhelmed by all the options, and then I drop it. Honestly, wish I had the... Oh, nuts. I went a little too early to enter a parking garage. It's fine, right? It's all for fun. It's not like there's any big penalty for losing. You just like miss out. You just get your win streak reset. It's really just a time thing. If you're a real one, you have a printed poster of your persona on the back wall between the bunk beds. Ooh, fun. It's like a little reminder of your other self. Personally, I wouldn't do that, right? I feel like that's just asking for people to identify me, and yeah. That would be fun, though. Yeah, PCU wherever you go, right? It's like a reminder. A little reassurance, affirmation. Oh, it's just nice, right? It's just nice to have that sort of physical merch of you, right? It just hits different. Hey, I get people like, wait, aren't you that Twitch streamer? Actually, that'd be like the really fun part if someone goes, oh, hey, you're a fan of them, right? That would be like the amusing part. But still, I wouldn't want to risk that. Wait, I flashed my lights at Box Daughter. Why did the challenge not take? Okay, well, we can wait. Yeah, being here for so long, your voice would give you away to me. That'd be the other thing, right? Some people are good at picking up voices. I'm like, Don't give them more reasons to suspect me, right? That would be the thing. I've certainly heard stories from like other VTubers who are like, oh yeah, I spotted merch of me out in the wild. I was like, I so bad wanted to go to them. Like, oh my god, are you a fan of them? But I didn't. I didn't, right? For good reason too. I was like, I was just like, oh man, that was so cool. It was a cool moment. Gonna take on foreign bookkeeper here. It's been a while since I've challenged a road knot. Oh, which exit are you gonna take? I guess it's gonna be the inner loop? Or no, Mukojima line. Actually, that's perfect, because I want to hit up that parking garage and swap my tires out anyway. That's right. Again! Again! Around like Winter Soldier right now. It's like out taking out rivals, rebuilding my ultimate meter, and then once I get enough takedowns, my ultimate reactivates. I'm like, again! Again! I think I've visited this garage before, right? So yeah, it's very much a case of, yes, you can refill everything as many times as you want. Just be aware, it costs you. So it's probably not too hard to get a net gain out of it, but there might be some instances where you might be better off just like going back to the garage and coming back out another night. If only for the free refill, right? Only for the free refill. Yeah, we'll go this way. That moment where it's like, wait, I recognize that voice. You know, I did meet like one other online person like a long time ago, and this was back in the forum days, so we didn't have voice to go by, but I think we both realized we were going to the same con, right? And then, like, at the con, she just kind of surprised me, right? Because we were at the same photo shoot and everything, so that was pretty fun. It was a fun time. One scene never forgotten. Ain't that the truth? I still remember her to this time, even though it was a long time ago. I hope she's doing well, right? Then again, I hope that for like everyone I've met, right? I hope they're doing well, right? Paths may have diverged, but I hope they're able to do what they want to do. At the very least, they're doing well wherever they're at now. Other times, it's like you see someone well-known at a con or something. Oh, OMG, I watch them! Yeah, I'm a subscriber! Had a few instances like that, huh? I actually had like one instance like that too. I think it was like at a PAX like a long time ago, actually. Just saw a YouTuber, right? Like a prominent gaming YouTuber back in the day. I just saw them kind of wandering the con, but I was like too nervous to go up to them and go, "Oh, gee, I watch your stuff. I'm a fan." And there was like another time I was like sitting by a windowsill, just taking a break after walking a long time. I just heard like these people. They were like, talking about like some sort of pre-show stuff. Is like, okay, so where do you want to set up, right? Like, where do you want to sit down? Where do you want to set up? What are we going to talk about? How do you want to open and things like that? Just like figuring out the logistics. And I looked over and like, oh wait, I recognize them. They're from one of the video game websites that I visit a lot. They were about to shoot a video, for the event footage and everything, right? Live at gaming event kind of style. But I didn't interrupt them, right? They were at work, and probably wouldn't have taken too well to me just like going, "Oh, gee, I know you." It's like, "Hey, yeah, great, cool. All right, I gotta get back to setting up for this video. See you later." Right? You lose your mind if you saw your fursuit crush at a con. Yeah, I imagine there are like some folks for me. I'd probably be like absolutely struck if I met. It was like that for voice actors, actually, because for a while there, I was like very closely following the voice actors because I really got into just like seeing the roles they were going into and everything like that. And for a period too, right? At cons, I would try to go to the autograph sessions of the people I was a fan of, and sometimes I would succeed and other times I wouldn't, but that's how it goes, right? That's how it goes. That moment of being super shy to go up and say, "Can I have a pic, please?" Yeah, right? You're just like, oh no, am I bothering them, right? Are they busy doing something, or do they just like, justifiably act maybe a little defensively around random people who just come up to them, right? I imagine the game's changed a lot since then, especially since, VTubers are like a lot more prominent. I know you see a lot more cons kind of, setting up like meet and greet stations that way, right? You got the VTuber on the big screen and everyone gets like 5 minutes to kind of say what they want with them. Or, the VTuber will be like wandering around the con on like a wheeled robot or like a backpack or something, right? They'll do something like that. I think that's kind of fun way to meet your Oshi, as it were, right? Fun way to meet the people you're a big fan of. It's kind of cool, right? Seeing more and more cons just like accommodate that. It's like, oh yeah. You know, times are changing, and you gotta accommodate that, right? You gotta try to ride that wave as soon as you can to get the most benefit out of it, to go the furthest, right? Honestly, that would be like a surreal moment for me, right? The moment, like, I don't know, I get like a email from a con or something, but like, hey, you wanna come be a guest at our place? I can always dream, right? I can always dream. Man, to think if I got an invite from you know, to like to one of the anime cons, or heck, even a gaming con. I don't think I've seen too many gaming cons have like significant VTuber presence yet, which is kind of surprising when you consider that like a lot of VTubers like do gaming stuff, but who knows, right? We'll see. Or maybe they already do it and I'm just not paying enough attention. You know? Maybe it's that. The creator of Indigo Park did that at a con with Rambly the Raccoon, had him on the screen on his backpack. Oh! Yeah, something like that. That's fun, right? It's like, oh man. It's almost like you're meeting the character in person, right? That's the closest you'll get. Yeah, dear Mr. Gale, we would like you to be a guest of honor at our convention. Yeah. Ah. Sure would be something, wouldn't it? Alright, I'm thinking this might actually be the last set of tires I go through, right? Once these go red, maybe I'll just go back to the garage and then we can read some bios. Would be one big blue sky call out there. Honestly, if that did happen, I'd probably have to, like, you know, put one of those vague VTuber messages that seem to pop up all the time, right? It's like, OMG, something really cool just happened, you're not gonna believe it. Stay tuned, right? Or big things coming. A lot of VTubers like to do that, right? It's like you always gotta have something waiting in the wings, always gotta keep your fans anticipating. I guess that's like one way to keep them invested, right? Knowing that there's something in the future. But we'll take it one step at a time, right? Before we get the big con invite, I gotta debut, and then maybe even before that, I might want to try my hand at a merch drop or two, so at least figure out the logistics of that, and maybe try a special event in between there too, so I can figure out how to run those, right? You know, experience can be the best teacher in that regard, you know? Merch! You'd rock an Azure hoodie. That would be one of the things for sure. I feel like, even amongst the indies, right, at least one of their merch items is always a hoodie. I mean, you know, it's an easy thing to have, right? Also, you know, with it being so large, you can accommodate a lot of bodies with that, right? As long as you, like, stock plenty of sizes in that regard. Yeah. It would be like a hoodie. Of course, an acrylic stand, right? You gotta have an acrylic stand. Easy way to get a physical version of the character onto your desk. Keychains too, right? People like keychains. And probably posters. Oh, and a desk mat as well, right? A rubberized mat for folks. Yeah, what design do I go for, right? I guess at least to start, it would probably be like, your basic, we got, a piece of art on the front and maybe another piece of art on the back. Or maybe the same piece of art, right? Something straightforward, nothing too complex. We can go with the more elaborate ones later. Oh yeah, plushie, yeah, I gotta do plushie. There's that one company that does like doing plushie runs, so, maybe if I become big enough, I could perhaps get one from them. That'd be pretty cool. I think I ordered 2 plushies of VTubers so far. It's fun times. What else? Oh, stickers, right? Stickers, right? The cheap option, right? If you don't want to, if either you don't have the money or you can't, or you don't want to, and you can get something cheap and still support. Maybe a can badge too. Those are always fun. I don't know. I do eventually want to, like, get, like, card sleeves and a deck box, because I think that would be fun. And maybe a dice set, too. Because it would all be pretty cool to have. It's little tabletop items. I wonder how much it would be to have, like, a little game piece style, right? Like a little pewter figure or something that you can use as, like, a little game piece for board games and stuff. That'd be pretty neat. You never know, you could have body pillows. Oh yeah, body pillows. That's also a popular option. I think for me, it would be like a super wholesome body pillow, though. Right? I don't know if I could go for a spicy one. A custom console wrap. Oh man. That would be pretty neat, actually. At least get like a Switch version, right? Just like a Switch vinyl you could put on there. I imagine those would be fairly popular, right? Although in my case, I would probably try to get one for like Xbox as well, and PlayStation. Why not, right? It's like whichever console you want, whichever console you have, you can get a vinyl. Even a phone cover. Oh. The only issue is that, like, I think if it's Android, there's a lot of sizes to consider there. Even iPhones, there's like a lot of sizes to consider there, right? Like, I imagine making cases probably isn't that cheap, so you have to figure out which phone you want to fit, right? Oh, what if I did like one of those pop-top things, right? Like the little pop sockets that you can put on a phone. I imagine those would probably go over well. I personally am not the biggest fan because of like the adhesive backing out or everything, but I know other people use those, so they might be cool with that. Or what about a phone stand, right? It's like a little stand you can put your phone on. At the very least with that, you can build it in a way that you can accommodate more phone sizes, at least. That could work. Oh, tires are red. Alright. You know what, let's keep going until we lose, right? Why stop now when we can get more money, right? Get it while the getting's still good, right? Thankfully, this is not like your sessions of Overwatch or anything where you're on a big losing streak and you're trying to end on a W. Nah, this is just a case of, yeah, we're doing pretty well. Why stop now, right? We'll stop once the rhythm gets thrown off. You know? No. Why not? It's a big celebration night anyway. Since every story rival has been defeated. There are still Wanderers out there, but yeah, those are like optional rivals, right? You found a company that does covers for your phone, you were like, let's go! Ah, it is nice, right? It's nice when you find your people. Oh, wait, is that Melancholic? Yeah, we'll race Melancholic Jupiter. Yeah, that's the thing that's like stopping me from getting like any sort of custom cover. The fact that my phone gets like replaced every few years, right? It's probably gonna be different in size, like makes me go, nah, I'll just get a generic one, right? A generic one that I won't mind seeing get worn down and banged up. That I will have no hesitation to replace at the end. Only 18 pounds, ooh. Pretty affordable, yeah. These days, like, you know, finding a thing for around the market of like 10 to 20 bucks is like, oh, we're doing good. I remember back in the day, the threshold for me was like below 10. And now it's like, oh yeah, even if I can find a below 20, that's already a good day for me, at least. Oh, we are coming up on another rival. Maybe I'll just drive up to them. Wild bird. Wild bird. You make my heart, gird. Yeah, that didn't come out great. Glad I wasn't in a race then. Man, we're at 10 million. It's another 4.5 million to the cap. Guess this means I gotta cross-check a list to make sure I get the right cars to challenge the other Wanderers, right? The ones that require me to have a specific car in order to take them on. Like a custom headset with LEDs. Yeah, that would be a good thing to have customized, right? Imagine the headset will probably carry you for a while if it's a well-designed one. So what kinds of extras would you put on it, right? If I were to have a custom headset, I probably wouldn't go too fancy with it. Right, it'll probably be just like light blue color scheme. Of course, lights as well, blue lights as well. Maybe cat ears at most, right? I always like the cat ear headsets. I don't know, something about those I'm like, yeah, those are cool. I don't know. I feel like it's like one of the character design things I do like is like when you have like a more tactical type of character who wears some sort of headset. I don't know. Makes them seem more leader-like, I guess, right? It's like they're able to quickly call out the shots or, you know, relay some information to the rest of the team when they need to. Black base, fox-shaped ear cans with fox ears on top, LEDs on the outside of the ear cans, and MSF in the middle. Ah, wow. Got quite the plan for him. I hope you can make that dream into a reality someday. It'll probably look impressive. Slowly but surely making my setup totally custom. Ah. One that you can truly call your own. And something nice about that, right? Something that's just like personalized for you, right? All for you. And a good amount of it may be created by your own hand too. It's a nice feeling. It's like the satisfaction of a meal that you might be partially had a hand in creating yourself. Like with what I had with BLTs tonight, right? Even if that was just like me cutting tomatoes and frying bacon. You know, it's still like a quasi-homemade BLT, right? It's not something I went to a sandwich shop and bought. And it turned out well, right? That's the other good part. Funny how I keep saying that I'm gonna go till I lose, and now it's been nothing but W's. I feel like the only way I'm gonna lose is if I just like suddenly spin out at the start, right? If that happens, then yeah, that would be the sign. But till then, we keep going. I already have the custom mouse pad and backlit keyboard, just need a special PC case and headset. Ooh. Getting there. One step at a time, right? Oh man, I guess that would be the other dream. Just have like a whole ass PC set up. Although that's like, you know, still very, very select few even now, right? There aren't too many custom VTuber PC setups, right? And those are usually reserved for like the biggest of the crowd there. But hey, nothing's stopping me from just getting one for myself, right? Could always do that. Since it's just gonna be at my place anyway, it should be fine, right? Who's gonna see it? And years of getting everything as I envision it. Ah, the slow path. This is on one hand, it's like frustrating that it's not happening faster. On the other hand, yeah, it's still nice when it's all coming together, right? It's nice when it all comes together. part of it is the journey, not the destination. Words to live by, right? Just to appreciate each step as you take it, right? You appreciate each thing as it comes to you. There's plenty of stories to have had that they're there to be had in between each big milestone, right? It's like, yeah, don't ever forget about the goal, but also don't forget to stop and smell the roses, as it were, right? Gonna need a new desk, totally out of room for stuff. You know, I'm in like the same position. My desk is it's kind of filled to the point where if I want to put anything else on here, I'm gonna need a bigger desk. Honestly, the current desk I'm using is one I've had for a really long time now, right? Like I can't count the number of years I've been using it on 2 hands. That's how long I've had it. I guess the fact that it still works is kind of a miracle in of itself, but I don't know, part of me wants to, like, maybe add a 3rd monitor onto my setup, right? I wanna do a 3-monitor setup. Like, 2 monitors is great for what it is, but I think I could do a lot more with a 3rd monitor. Right? That's probably as far as it will go. Like, I don't know if I need like a 4th monitor or anything. 3 is probably the upper limit of what I would want. Alright. Hey, look at it. We're facing off against White Leopard, but... Oh, you're going this way. I was about to go the other way! I almost messed it up right from the word go. Two is good, 3 is better, yeah. Like, I can work with 2, right? But I imagine 3 would probably confer a lot of advantages to me that I would... Oh my god. The pain of having red tires. Okay, yep. That was the L for the night. Alright. That would have been a big payout if I managed to win that, but... Well, you win some, you lose some, right? You going for my monitor? Wait, what was your monitor setup again? Full throttle. Wait, Swift Attack Oil King. Okay, so Swift Attack is probably because I was driving around so much. I probably like beat a bunch of time attacks. Is Oil King because I like slid everywhere? Is that why I got that one? I was just running on red this whole time. 3? Oh yeah. In that regard, yeah. I eventually want to bring it up to 3, but of course I need first a bigger desk and then a bigger monitor, or a 3rd monitor, and then hopefully the case I have can accommodate that. You know what? I'll stick with Full Throttle Magician, right? We'll just keep that. Oh my god. I want you to see this. 127 wins, right? We did get some new folks, but we also got a whole lot of old folks. Oh, I guess 3 of those losses were against generic people. And then the one loss I had was against a new fella. Oh! I realize Wanderers gave a lot of BP. Okay. So maybe I won't be in as much of a BP deficit as I thought I would be. Right, I still gotta ration it out, but it looks like I can spread out a bit more than I thought I would, right? I thought they were only gonna give me 2 per Wanderer, but it looks like they give me 5, right? And you can see the summary here, right? Most of my points came from, yeah, defeating rivals, as you might expect, but a lot of them also came from long run. About 1/5 to 1/4 of it. And the payment just didn't add up to too much, right? It's like just 240,000 out of everything I've earned, right? 4.7 million brought me up to 11. Had a pretty darn good run, a pretty darn good victory lap, right? The celebration for reaching the current end of the story. My monitor's big, they're fairly big, right? Like, they do the 1920 by 1080 resolution, right? You know, they're not like top of the line, Mondo huge, but they're big enough, right? I can have myself a good viewing area on each one, right? I don't gotta like squint my eyes, get up close to see what the heck is on the screen or anything like that, so that's pretty cool. Nice, nice. All right, let's read about these wanderers, right? Let's see their backstories. Let me go back over here. Master position. He used to battle with women he picked up riding shotgun, charming them with his splendid victories. A few years ago, he earned the resentment of innocent lady after hitting on her. She challenged him to a battle, repeatedly pushing him from behind in high-speed corners, making him feel like his life was shortening, and he ended up apologizing by bowing at a parking area. To begin with, his driving skills were not bad and could produce brilliant victories. Recently, he often drives without female passengers. Defeat all members of Cat Cat to unlock. Oh. Right, you're the one who kept on trying to scout him for like idle business or whatever, right? Yeah, Hiromi Onoda, and you're a recruiter. Okay. Totally one of those guys. Oh, man. But yeah, this screen right here, I want to at least be able to rotate the car, right? I want to see the other side. I want to see the front. I want to see the back. Give me that. Let's see. White Leopard of Yokohama. In his single days, he was known for his fearless and aggressive driving style. After getting married, he began secretly racing on the Shuto Expressway under the guise of working late. However, one day, due to a mechanical issue, he returned home extremely late, and his sleepy-eyed child accidentally blurted out, "Daddy is playing on the Shuto Expressway," forcing him to confess the truth. Ah, man. It's always the big event in a story, right? When the truth gets uncovered, right? Like, some way or another, the masquerade just completely falls apart. Fortunately, his wife was understanding, and he became a family-approved street racer. With a fresh mindset, he decided to switch to a new car. Surprisingly, though, his visits to the Shuto Expressway did not increase significantly, as he seems to prioritize spending time with his family. Well, at least he's got that, right? Takumi Utsumi, and you're a lumber distributor. Suddenly your desire for racing makes a lot more sense. Alright, one last one. Shonan Affair. Once known as the fastest in Shonan, he's a legend of Route 134. His prowess wasn't confined to the Shonan area. He has battled on the Shuto Expressway, mountain passes, and circuits, making him a veteran racer. Now retired from the front lines, he focuses on surfing and running his cafe, while also dedicating himself to training the next generation of drivers. Although he rarely leaves Shonan these days, he is occasionally seen cruising the Shuto Expressway with young drivers in the passenger seat. Oh, I guess the RX-8 is a rotary engine car. There we go. That's why we were able to challenge him. Is that Shoichi Jimbo? Huh. You're a professional surfer. Wow, you know, that explains your livery. Also explains why you have a cafe. Just imagine a nice beachside cafe with this guy running it. Oh yeah. You know, you're probably in paradise with that. Oh yeah. Cobalt blue is nice. Yeah, it is, right? Makes it all the more reason why we should be able to spin these cars around. Right, I'm pressing all the buttons here. It's like, yeah. Well, maybe they'll add that later, right? Maybe they'll early access. There's a lot of features they can put in there. All right, you know what? Let's go to the special car section of the dealer. Yeah, 20 custom cars to pick up. I do like their names are just like basically the names of the rivals. So it's like, oh yeah, you want Roulette Guy #1's car, or maybe Devil Road Run's car, or White Fairy's car, or Rolling Gal #1, or Midnight Rose, or Kurogane Okina, or is that Krisis Sumo? Yami Tengu? Oh yeah, Polaris, so that's Eternal Polaris's. Shua Shua! And Midnight Cinderella. Well, I like these cars to justify the cap increases. Like, oh yeah, you want these cars? Well, first, get the wallet cap, and then race your heart out. I also like they all say manufacturer custom. It's like, what make and model were they originally? You figure it out. 20 of them, huh? I wonder if it'll be at 20 or if later updates will introduce more custom cars to pick up. Yeah, there we go. I guess on that note, that for now will be a playthrough of Tokyo Xtreme Racer. Of course, this is in early access, so there will be updates down the line, and once those come out, I'll probably come back to it. We'll see the rest of the story, but yeah, I think it's probably a good time to put this on hold for now, right? And yeah, I'll see what I can put forward for next week. Intrigued for what's next week? Yeah. You know, I haven't decided that either, but I got no lack of choices there. I could probably pick something out for next week. But I'll cross that bridge when I come to it, right? For now, we can just bask in our victory, right? Bask in defeating 200-ish rivals, and yeah, I think we can leave it at that. Have a good night. Yeah, you have yourself a good night too. Have a good tomorrow. Thanks for hanging out, and yeah, I'll go ahead and call this here. Thanks to everyone who came by and hung around and chatted, and even if you just lurked, I appreciate each and every one of you. I'll be back on Friday, where I will revisit Dungeons of Hinterberg, right? It's not a revisit, but they recently put out a free post-launch episode Renault. I actually went in there like beforehand to see what it was all about. Looks like it's a separate menu item, so you know, it's like one of those things where it's like the side story, you select on the menu, and then you get into a separate area, separate things and everything. Wow, yeah, I'm looking forward to it, right? See how they mix things up with Renault, so look forward to that. And let's find someone to raid. But I guess before that, I'm gonna fire up the Tokyo Xtreme Racer soundtrack one more time. Where to start, huh? Where do we start? Let's go with this one. Oh, is this the BIOS music? Is this the music that plays when you're in the BIOS menu? Well, good chill piece. I was trying to find that piece that plays when you race against Cinderella past midnight, but this is fine, right? We're winding down, so maybe we should have a chill tune, and who knows? I put it on shuffle, so maybe it'll play some epic music later, right? Okay, let's see who's on. Who is on tonight? I wonder if I want to do this like based on game or based on model. I see someone's playing Elden Ring. You know, I keep on meaning to bring this up, but I haven't yet. But I'm just like falling deep into the Elden Ring hole. I think I got through like a lot of that game now. I could probably just beeline it to the end if I wanted to, but I could also make myself so much stronger, right? Yeah, there's a balance to be had there. Okay. You know what? I found someone. We've raided them before, but we can raid them again. And the game that they're streaming is pretty rad, so just give them support in that regard, right? Okay. Let's see if they have raids on to begin with. They probably do, right? Yep, they do. Okay. We're raiding them. Our raid message is going to be the same as it has been for these past 7 weeks. One more time for now. Our raid message is Tokyo Xtreme Raid. And the one we're raiding into is Yui Suzukaze, because they are playing up Balatro right now. You've seen it a few times before, right? I don't need to say anything about it. The game rules. Looks like they are trying to go for a 100% beat the game with all decks run, so yeah, that's no easy task to go for. Let's go over there and give them our support. And if you're joining on the raid, give them Tokyo Xtreme Raid, and if not, have a good rest of your week. I'll see you on Friday for Dungeons of Hinterberg episode Renault. Take care. It feels nice, right? Like after what the past 2 weeks were like a bit more of a challenge. It turns out like you know, getting the right car kind of helps ease things along. I thought the final bosses were gonna be a bit more challenging, but either I lucked out or something changed, or maybe I just got a really great car. I can't tell. Maybe it's some combination of the three. Alright, see ya.